Hello, my internet fans. Good morning to all the people on the West Coast. Good afternoon to all the people on the East Coast. It is 12 noon on April 6th, 2025, and it's Hockey Day in America. It's Hockey Day. It's a possible historic Hockey Day as the Great Eight of the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin, goes to finally take a record that's been up there for quite a long time. A couple days ago, as the Capitals were taking on the Blackhawks, Alex Ovechkin scored goal number 894, tying the record for most goals in a career. Today, against the New York Islanders, he could break that record and score goal number 895. I know I should be in hockey gear today, but just didn't happen because this was a last minute put together, actually. I kind of wanted to do this, but I kind of lost track a little bit of how he was doing. I thought he had like 5 goals to go. Then it was down to 3. Now it's down to 1. As we are watching along on TNT, that is the official watch along that I'll be following, as they just showed goal number 894. It's turned down low there. And there he is in his suit. He's taken off his tie, walking into the arena in New York, 1 goal away from surpassing Wayne Gretzky as NHL all-time leader. Just walking in, calm as can be, cool as a cucumber. There's a big smile there. As we take a look at the career of Wayne Gretzky, number 99. Right then and there. The Great One now being replaced by the Great Eight. And so we'll see where that goes in about half an hour or so. That's when the game is scheduled to start. Let's take a look at what's going on in the standings right now, as we're also, not only are we getting ready to pass the torch from one player to another, we're getting closer and closer to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Of course, the top 3 teams in each conference automatically advance. Then the remaining 2 teams left in the the top 3 teams in each division advance, followed by the top 2 teams that are non-leaders. They make up the wild cards. So in the East, in the Atlantic Division, the Maple Leafs and the Lightning have already clinched their spots. The Bruins are out. They got eliminated. In the Metropolitan Division, the Capitals and the Hurricanes have clinched their spots. That sets up 4. Florida is in 3rd place with 92 points, and the Devils are in 3rd place with 89 points. In the Metropolitan Division, the Flyers have been eliminated. In the West, in the Central Division, those 3 spots are locked up. The Jets, the Stars, and the Avalanche have all claimed their spots. The Predators and the Blackhawks are out. Doggone it. And in the Pacific Division, the Golden Knights and the Kings have clinched their spots. The Ducks, the Kraken, and the Sharks are out too. No surprise there. Let's face it, the Ducks haven't had a good team for quite some time. So let's now take a look at the wild card spots. So again, Florida in the East at 92. So a win will put them in probably. The Devils, they have 89 points. The 2 spots in the East are being held by the Senators and the Canadiens, followed by the Rangers, the Red Wings, the Blue Jackets, the Islanders, the Penguins, and the Sabres. With a few games left, they still have a chance. In the West, Central Division's covered. The Oilers have the final spot in the Pacific Division, and the Blues and the Wild currently have the wild card spots in the West. The Wild have 89 points. The Blues have 93 points. The Blues are on a 12-game win streak. So all eyes are now on Minnesota as they hold a 4-point lead over the Flames. Now, also looking at ESPN and their official playoff watch, the games being played today, Islanders and Capitals. The Islanders are trying to get back into the wild card race. They are 7 points back. The Canadians play the Predators. The Wild will play the Stars. That's at 3 o'clock. That's the next game on TNT. So after all the hype of the Great Eight, we go to the Wild and the Stars. And the biggest game of the day is the Blue Jackets and the Senators. The Blue Jackets are 6 points behind, while the Senators are looking ahead towards the Panthers. For those concerned with draft lottery positioning, the Boston Bruins take on the Sabres and the Penguins take on the Blackhawks. So if the matchups we have 29 minutes and 40 seconds until puck drop in Belmont Park. So if the playoffs were to start today, the Maple Leafs would play the Senators, the Lightning would play the Panthers, the Capitals would play the Canadians, and the Hurricanes would play the Devils. The Jets would play the Wild, the Stars would play the Avalanche, the Golden Knights would play the Blues, and the Kings would play the Oilers. All games not on TNT, available to stream on ESPN+. So today's lineup, obviously we have Capitals and Islanders today, right now, followed by the Stars and the Wild at 3 o'clock. The Blue Jackets play the Senators. The Panthers play the Red Wings. The Bruins take on the Sabres. The Penguins take on the Blackhawks. The Canadians take on the Predators. And the Golden Knights take on the Canucks. But of course, all eyes will be on Alex Ovechkin today as he tries to break the all-time record, of course, held by the great one in Wayne Gretzky. The analysts are currently talking right now. The game is in New York. It's not a home game for Washington, but at this point, does it really matter? I mean, you want to do it at home, but as now we're down to 28 minutes and 20 seconds. Wayne Gretzky was in the arena when he tied. And there he is. There's Alex on the ice, warming up with the rest of the team. Nice little group of Capitals fans in New York. And it looks like we have an interview pre-taped. 894 goals, but as we stand here right now, you're 1 goal from hockey immortality. What's the mindset? It's fun. Of course it is. We just enjoy the moment. Okay? Lots of attention. So you just go out there and play hockey. On Friday night, Wayne Gretzky was not only in the building as you tied his record, he came down to the locker room and met all the guys. What did that mean to you? It's special. He's a special, yes, he is a special person. Greatest of all time, absolutely. So you're not just doing all this in any other season. You're having one of your best, 41 goals in 60 games. Does that make it more special? If you take all the situation, what happened this year, we have a special indeed. I don't think he'll be done. I really don't. I don't think he'll be done after this. Laser focused with 26 minutes and 36 seconds left. 455 goals scored on the road, most of all time. So you see, he can score. And there's a nice little group of Capital fans looking for 895. Hey, Ovi, I'm 8. You're great. Break the record. Don't make us wait. As a young boy there with the Capitals and the GOAT. as he's just sitting there stretching, big smile, taking it all in, and missing a tooth. But let's face it, hockey players lose teeth all the time. Today, as one fan puts it, today is the day. Bands a maker dance. Cell phones out. Guy with a Mets hat and an Islanders jersey. As he continues his warm-up. Strome, can I get a puck for you to sign this Tuesday? Trade a bag of Cheetos for a puck. A lot of people do that. It's mostly candy, though. As we are now at 25 minutes to go. Here for history, another sign that reads in the park. In the arena. Just warming up, having a good time, taking his practice. As there is a minute and 35 left and Alex has now left the ice to go back and get ready. There's the shot again as they officially make it 8:94. And there's the press conference. Gretzky's asking, can I have one more day? He hasn't done it yet. He's got a lot more. In fact, let's see if I can bring up all of his. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can find all of Gretzky's records. Let's look that up real quick. Wayne Gretzky. Career statistics. Figures in boldface are NHL records. Oh, excuse me. I was having lunch. Let's see here. Okay, 1981, 92 goals in a regular season. 1985, 163 assists in a regular season. 215 points that same year. 47 points in the playoffs, 84, 85. Let's see. All of Wayne Gretzky's records. 51 NHL records. Whoa. List of career achievements by Wayne Gretzky. Okay. Most goals, 894. Now it's tied. Most goals, including playoffs, 1,016. See, the playoff goals don't count. They are separated. So overall, he's at 1,016. Most goals in a season, 92. And that was 80 games in this. Most goals one season, including playoffs, 100. Most goals in 50 games is 61. Most goals in a period is 4. Wow, 4 goals in one period. That's you just essentially beat the team in the entire in that one. Most assists overall, 1,963. That still stands. That's in a regular season. Most assists in the playoffs is at 2,223. Most assists in a game is 7. That's been since tied. Most assists in a road game, 7. Most points overall, 2,857. 32-39 if you're including the playoffs. 73 shorthanded goals. 13 overtime assists. That's been broken, though, by over 40 players. Most goals by a center. That one's going to go as well. Let's see. Most consecutive 40 or more goal seasons, 50 or more, 60 or more. Longest consecutive assist scoring streak. Wow. Most goals in the playoffs. Yep. All right. Since Gretzky's retirement, 5 of his records have been broken, and he has gained 1. In the second round of the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs, Draisaitl recorded 15 assists to break the record of 14. On June 15th, 2024, Connor McDavid recorded his 32nd assist in his 22nd game of the 2024 playoffs. So you see, but the most one, of course, that's recognized is, of course, the one that could be broken today. Now, again, there's no promise that this could happen today. There's no guarantee. Not at all. It could happen. It couldn't happen. He could be in a slump. Who knows? Who knows indeed? All righty. So we got about 13 minutes left before puck drop. We'll bring up the game cast. And we'll set up the mini board here. Capitals. Islanders. There we go. 0-0 is the score. And we will stay for the whole game. We're not just going to say, oh, he did it, that's the end of it. That's not the way I work. It's not going to happen that way. And it looks like we're showing all these records that were being broke as the analysts come back into play. And there's Wayne Gretzky himself now. And it looks like they're asking him how it was when he tied the record. Take me back in time. You scored 2 goals to tie Gordie Howe. Then you had a couple days off and you scored 1 to break his record. So you're the only one who knows what the last 24 hours have been like for Ovi. What was that like for you? It's great to be with you guys. I'm so excited. That's how great it is at TNT we get this game. Yeah. And I'm proud of the NHL. I'm proud of Alex. I said this the other night. I'm probably the only guy that can relate to what he's going to. Yeah. In fact, now I'm curious. Let's see if who the current list of players with career goals. Here we go. NHL active leaders and records. Okay. So Sidney Crosby is second on the list, and he's only got 622 goals. Followed by Steven Stamkos at 579, Evgeny Malkin at 513, and John Tavares for 492. So if this record gets broken today, it's going to stick around for a little bit because Sidney Crosby would be 273 goals down, and Crosby started his career in 2005. He's been playing for 20 seasons. So Alex is going to have the record for a bit, I think. As we keep watching this moment over and over again at the behest of the Blackhawks. But now the Islanders attempt to get to play spoiler, So there's that. All right, let's bring that back up and let's continue with... let's take a look at some other quick news. Duke upset by Houston, apparently, even though they were both ranked number one. It's always been, Duke has been one of the powerhouses in college basketball. And to have them lose like that, I'm like, wow, that was a bit of a surprise there on that one. So the championship match is going to be Houston versus Florida, and that is going to take place tomorrow, I believe. Let's confirm that. Yep, tomorrow at 10 minutes to 9 on CBS for the national championship. The Gators against the Cougars in the finale of NCAA Final Four. The ladies will be today at 3 o'clock as South Carolina takes on UConn. The UConn Huskies and the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks, I believe that's what they are. Let me confirm that. Yep. UConn Huskies, that's a dominant ladies team as well. Of course, I was rooting for the Lady Vols. It just didn't happen this year. Let's see what's going on in baseball real quick. Apparently, the Yankees are just insane with their home runs. Apparently, they have a redeveloped bat, which I've heard about. It's your standard bat, but it's got like a big, maybe like a bulge on it, or I don't know, but I haven't been keeping up. But the Yankees have been just hitting home runs like it's nothing. I mean, the season is still brand new, and let's take a look at the overall standings. I really don't want to go lead by lead. The Dodgers finally lost. Okay, the Dodgers and the Padres were the last two undefeated teams, but they are currently the best team in baseball at 9-1. And the Angels are 5-3. That's good to know. The Braves finally won a game. They were winless for a while. They are down to 1-8. Twins are at 3-5. And the Athletics don't have a city right now. That's odd to find out. I guess because they're in the transition between Oakland and Las Vegas. They're just the Athletics. They're a team without a city. How about that? They just finished the interview with Wayne Gretzky. As we're about 5 minutes away from the official face-off. And let's see what else is going on. Or, of course, we could do what we normally do, and that is take a break, let you know what's going on the Simply Reliable Studios and the Gossip the 18 Studios and the Jay Hebert Studios and everyone's studios. So when we come back, we'll get closer and closer to face-off.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling, all the wrestling, all the wrestling. WrestleMania is 13 days away. Unbelievable that we're getting closer and closer to the granddaddy of them all when it comes to wrestling and all that. Wow. SmackDown was fun, wasn't it? I tell you that. The final segment, of course, with Punk, Rollins, and Roman and Heyman there crying again. That was fun to watch. And let me quickly say this. Here's the thing. The main detail that I am noticing is that Punk just wants to main event WrestleMania. Not once has he said, I'm going to win at WrestleMania. Same thing with Rollins. Rollins wants to just take out Punk. So who's left? Your tribal chief. That's who. It's pretty much a lock, in my opinion, right now. Whom I'm picking and who is going to win that match. And of course, also, we know it's night 1 of WrestleMania. They're omitting that part out because night 2, of course, is going to be Cody and John for the title. And I've actually said this out loud. I'm rooting for Cody in this one. No secret there. And it's not because I don't like John Cena. I do like John Cena. I just don't care for the evil John Cena. So that's pretty much how I feel about that. DraftKings is the official sports betting partner of the NHL. Bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Use the promo code SKATE for new customers only. Bonus bets works. I love how bonus bets works. I did that on FanDuel. Same game parlay. As long as Alex Ovechkin gets a goal, 3 shots on goal, Dylan Strome gets an assist, and there was one part that I missed that you get plus 350 odds. Puck drop is scheduled for 12:35 p.m. as Ovi is taping up his stick, and he'll throw his jersey on and he'll get out onto the ice. So about 7 minutes away. So going back to the wrestling. Cena's the bad guy. We get it. The last time that I can remember where a wrestler said, I'm going to win the title and then I'm going to retire with it, it was Punk back in Chicago, back at Money in the Bank. He said, I'm going to take the title and run. Punk did it. Cena should not be doing it. Okay? I'm thinking that Cody will retain and continue with his title run. And then Cena will go away for a little bit, go do another Hollywood movie or whatever, and then come back and maybe the Rock will slap some sense into him and slap the heel out of him. I don't know. That's my guess right off the bat. But we'll see where that story goes. And as far as me, what's going on with me and all that, I'm still kind of in the process of letting go with the ride share. The last couple of days have been profitable and surprisingly they've gone well. I actually did a double quest bonus, which was pretty cool. But I still want to, take it down a little bit and look for a regular job of some kind. I've put some feelers out. I put some applications out. I have a job interview tomorrow morning to see where that goes. Ironically, it is for a cabin company out here in Sevier County. So I still will be driving in the job, but I'll be driving for a company with benefits and all that. Not the best, greatest job in the world, not the job that I would really, really want. That might be coming later. And there is some wrestling-related news to that, but I still haven't kind of gotten the okay as to if I should call that out, if I wanted to do that job. There are still a lot of entertainment jobs out here that I want, the escape rooms, the arcades, those to keep my youth going. That's the main reason I want that, because it's an energetic, fun, entertainment style concept. I've got a couple feelers out for that, but right now I'm focusing on the interview tomorrow morning. So we'll see where that goes. And that's pretty much it. It's a rainy spring day, or we're almost in spring. I think they called it fake spring at one point. You're not quite in the spring yet, because it would get cold, then it would get hot, then it would rain, then the winds would kick up. But maybe in a couple more weeks it'll officially be spring. Spring break ends today in Sevier County, so things might quiet down for the last month or so until school lets out. I think school lets out around mid-May, and then we go into the summer. And it looks like Kenny Albert and Brian Boucher and Eddie Olazik getting ready to make the call for the game. There are the Capitals getting ready to come out onto the ice, as Ovechkin leads the charge, I think. Nope, there he is. He's on the ice, skating around. I hope they keep like a little marker on him. That way you know when he's on the ice and when he has the puck. As we are looking over and over and over at the moment. All those chances before. 894 goals in 1,486 games. So it's the same number of games. I looked at it the same that Gretzky had more seasons. Less seasons for Alex here. Skating around. He's just going to take it one goal at a time. One goal at a time. A good little mix of red for the Capitals and blue and white for the Islanders. As they go to a commercial. Lovely. They go to a commercial. Local commercial for Fox and Farmer. Fox and Farmer, attorneys at law. If you have get in a car accident, you call Fox and Farmer. Here's one thing I did. I couldn't believe this. This was one of those rare moments. I was ride sharing. I was Uber Eats, call it what you will. And a gentleman I went to his house to deliver his meal. And outside his house was a beautiful Tennessee orange colored stingray. And I think in the county we had just gotten done with the Mustangs or some car show that we always have. So I handed him his food and I said, could you please start up the car? Because, I wanted to hear how it sounded. And he looked at me and he said, do you want to drive it? And I'm like, what? Who? Me drive your Stingray? This is a Stingray, okay? This is not your mom's Volkswagen or your dad's pickup truck. This is a Stingray. This thing jumps to life and you hit the gas and it growls and you go. First, I thought he was crazy, but I'm like, you are the most insane person I've ever met. He hands me the keys to the car. Unlocks. I couldn't even figure out how to open the darn door. It would have looked cooler if I had the DeLorean doors on it, but it didn't. I get in. That thing is low to the ground. I'm literally 2 inches off the ground, so I had to stretch to get into the darn thing. Turn it on. The engine comes to life. And I start driving a Stingray. And I'm like, oh my, this is not happening. Went up around the block a couple times, returned it, no problem. Said thank you. And when I told the story to Dory Lou, she had some choice words. Love you, Dory. All right. It looks like the PA announcer is briefly acknowledging. We have Ilya Sorokin in goal for the Islanders. Has a 0.905%. The puck is dropped. The game is on. And Ovechkin is on the ice as the Capitals control. And the puck goes back into Islander territory. Islanders trying to come up. Islanders cross the blue line. And nothing happens there. Quick shot over there, but the goalie didn't touch it, so nothing happens. Quick in the corner there. And here come the Capitals. And the Islanders take it right away. They take it back, crossing center ice. Now the Capitals take it right back. Quick shot, and the puck goes out of play. All right. To the right of the Islanders goalie. And I don't think Ovi is on the ice right now. Excuse me. And there we go. And the puck is dropped. And the Islanders control. 1 minute into the game, 19 left to go. Here come the Islanders along the right side. Shoots the puck in. Islanders getting close. Caps break it up. Islanders going around again, and they send it down. Islanders recover behind the goal. Waiting, and here they come. Up along the left side. And let's see what's going on over here. Nothing much, really. Ovi is not on the ice right now. Here come the Caps coming up. And we're down to 18:07 in the first. As Titchrum and we have a bit of a stalemate there. Puck comes loose a little bit. Fighting in the corner. More arguing and more fighting. Here come the Caps coming up through center ice, through the neutral zone. Mayfield checks Eller. Over on the boards. Anything over there? No. Behind the goalie's net. And the goalie covers up. And that was a close one there. Unfortunately, nothing happened out of it. Sorokin covers up. Dobson grabbed one of the Caps there. And Ovi is on the ice. He's got he almost had the puck. Ovi had a piece of that one. Didn't go in, though. He will get credited with a shot, but here come the Islanders. Going back. Here come the Islanders again in their own zone. Shot wide, back over to the left side. Back behind the net. And will the Caps get control? Yes. They're in the neutral zone. And I don't see Ovi anywhere right now, so yeah, he's not on the ice right now. He went back to the bench. Nice little scramble behind the net in the Capital zone. Here come the Caps. Can they get it up to center? Yes. No. Islanders take it back. Here, now the Islanders coming back and forth as they put it back in their own zone. Goalie missed that one. Nice big check there. With 16 minutes left to go in the first period. 2 shots on goal for the Caps. Nothing yet from the Islanders. Here come the Caps up center ice. Almost lose it. Almost a bit of a trip. Looks like he's sitting on the puck. And play is stopped at 15:38. Looked like he was sitting on the puck there for a second. He thought he was tripped. Sandin shoots in. And it looked like Ovi kind of got a piece of it. And then Sorokin blocked it. So that does kind of count as a shot, as the Ovechkin family is there and Wayne Gretzky. Talking with Commissioner Bettman as play resumes. Puck comes in. Not much there. And puck goes out of play into the benches. As the family, there's Ovechkin's mom and his wife and his son. Giovanni, Sergei, and Ilya. All waiting in anticipation for the Great Eight to sit atop the hockey world by himself as play continues. Hello, Dory Lou.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you're going to work? Okay. I'll see you in a few hours. Have a good lunch and have a good cup of coffee. I told them what you said when I told you I drove the Stingray. Choice words. Oh, there's his son. Future player in himself. 15:25 left to go in the first period. In the Capital zone, lingering, getting ready to go, but nothing happens there. Here come the Capitals coming up. Yes. The key? Oh, the key. There you go. Sorry about that. Here come the Islanders on a breakaway, but unfortunately, offside is the call. She went to take my car and I didn't give her the key. Good shot there from Chychrun. Unfortunately, nothing happened with that. Ovi sitting on the bench. Still 2 shots on goal for the Capitals. Nothing yet from the Islanders. Here come the Caps. Through the neutral zone, into the Islander zone. Puck comes around the boards. Islanders get it back, and they are... Oh, almost got stopped. Quick shot there. Here come the Islanders through center ice. And the goalie freezes the puck. Lindgren freezes the puck. And is Ovi on the ice? Yes, he is. A mix of Islanders and Capital fans. That's the way it should be for a day like today. Just split it right down the middle. Ovi on the ice at 14:44. Is he on the ice? I can't tell. Nope. Here come the Capitals coming up through center ice. And icing is the call. That's going to bring the puck back. There's Ovi on the bench, along with Boucher. It looks like he's trying to talk to him. Okay, see, now that, no. He's trying to focus on the game. Talk to him at intermission. Don't talk to him now. All the fans are there. Islanders did finally get a shot on goal. As we get the face off. Face off is dropped. In the Cap zone, right there, point blank, but nothing happens. Here come the Caps. Up the left side. Or the right side, actually. Islanders intercept. Here they come through center, into the Cap zone. Still have it. And Capitals get it back. Can they get out of the zone? Almost like a hook. Quick shot. And the puck goes into the net. Palmieri with a wide right shot. And is he coming in? As it looks like we're getting our first TV timeout. So we have no score with about 13:56 to go in the first. This is the second matchup between the Capitals and the Islanders. The first game they played was back in November, and the Capitals won that game in overtime. At 5-4 was the final score there. Let's take a look at some early stats. Let's see what we got here. 2 shots on goal for the Capitals. ESPN is saying that there's still no shots from the Islanders, but they have not yet updated their on ESPN. They haven't updated anything yet. No penalties yet, but the game is still fresh. So there's that. And not much else. Let's see. Yeah. What else we got? Offsides. Yeah, that shot did come in. I mean, it looked like it was just a tip, which counts in hockey. Now, see, when I think of the word shot, when it comes to hockey, I want that good old-fashioned reach way back, let it fly, and all that. And, of course, here's your score right now, 0-0 with about 13:35 to go. 1 goal to go. 1 goal to go. As we talk about and where we have a guest wearing his LA Kings gear. What's up, Renegade?
What is going on, sir? I literally just woke the fuck up and realizing what it was, what we were doing today, I felt like I had to come here. So
Hey,
I've still got laundry to do. I have an AEW watch along today. I think I'm getting sick, but god damn it, I woke up and I'm like, has it happened yet? No, it's scoreless. Okay, I'm gonna come in here. I have to be here for this.
of course you do.
I vaguely remember watching Gretzky get the record in the first place, even though I wasn't a big hockey fan back in the day when that happened. But I vaguely remember seeing it because that was history. I had to be here for this history too.
There you go. There you go. Here come the Caps coming up through center ice with 13:23 to go in the first period. Get back in your crease, Sorkin. You know not to do that. I hate when that happens. And the Islanders get it back, and they start coming up the ice. Who's going to score first? Everyone wants it to be Ovechkin, but of course, it's a goal is a goal is a goal.
Yes.
The Islanders, of course, are trying to get. Oh, he missed on that shot there. The Islanders are trying to get into the wild card race, and we have a score! And it's Bo Horvat who strikes first. And the Islanders take a 1-0 lead at 12:54. Well, now, that makes the game a little more interesting. Now it's not all about Ovi and the career goal. It's all about the Islanders taking the early lead, 1-0.
Well, I mean, it's still about Ovi and the career goal. Let's not get it twisted. Just the Islanders were able to put one up first. It looks like Ovi's on the ice now, though.
Yep. Horvat there with the cleanup. The puck goes right side. Halston over. There it goes. Not quite the 5-hole, but pretty darn close. All right, on their second shot. And, Ovi almost had that one.
I'm ahead of you, I think, so I'm going to pause it when the clock says 12 minutes, and let me know when you get 12 minutes.
You got it, brother. Caps in front of the net, but they come back to center ice to try and regroup. Goal by Bo Horvat, assisted by Holmstrom and Lee. Caps are not getting that. Here come the Islanders at 12:10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12 minutes to go in the first.
Perfect. Yeah, I saw that goal before you did, so that's how I knew I was a little bit ahead of you.
I gotcha.
Washington, 3 shots on goal. Islanders with 2, but they have 1 goal to account for.
Indeed. Islanders coming back up, trying to protect their lead, coming through center ice. And they shoot the puck in. Goalie out of his crease. Here come the Caps. Can they catch up? No. Ovechkin has 242. Caps tried to tie it up. I think that was Dylan Strome. Ovi is not on the ice right now. Not in this shift, he isn't.
Yep. To your point, 242 first period goals, which is an all-time high.
There you go.
For Ovi.
Here comes
the
the
stat
Islanders.
you were talking about, but the action's so fast-paced, sometimes you can't.
Oh, and we have another score.
Oh, shit. Islanders are not fucking around today. The Islanders are not fucking around today. They're like, Ovechkin who, bitch? He may get the career record, but we're still going to win the fucking game.
Right in front of Lindgren as Combe, number 16. Makes it a 2-0 game. Wow. Interesting. All right. Mark Gatcombe, 7th goal this season, right at 11 minutes left to go. And the Islanders take a 2-0 lead. All right, get Ovi on the ice. They need a goal quick because you don't want to get shut out at this point.
No. You can almost bet money Ovi is going to get the goal here tonight, today, whatever. It's just a matter of when, not if. You almost think the Islanders would have just given it up to them the first goal of the game. That way they could get the celebration over with and then get on with the rest of the game. Right. But the Islanders are like, no. Y'all may leave here remembering Ovechkin breaking the record, but we're going to give it to them. We're going to make them earn that shit.
As the Capitals get called for a penalty, that's going to put the Islanders on the power play. Nick Dowd get called for holding at 10:47 or at 9:50 or at 9:13 if you want to do it the other way around. So Islanders on the power play now. 2 minutes. Let's see if they can get another goal. With Lee, Horvat, Palmieri, D'Angelo, and Dobson on the ice. Caps looking to kill this penalty. A Shelley would be a great idea to give him the career goal. There are bets on that. Literally, you can bet on what scenario the goal will be.
Well, I
I
do
don't
want
know.
to give Ovi props for not taking the empty netter on Friday and just doing it cheaply like that.
Yeah,
Clearly, he has respect for Gretzky. Clearly, he wants to earn it.
exactly.
Because it would have been really easy to just take an empty netter, break the record, do the celebration since the game was pretty much over anyways. But that just shows the class of Ovechkin.
Exactly. I may have said that a while ago. It's like the empty netter, it's a gimme. It's a gimme, but you should earn it than just take it.
Yeah. I mean, but against a team like the Blackhawks, sometimes you just got to take a gimme where you can get a gimme, you know?
Indeed, indeed. 10:03 to go with a minute 17 left in the power play. And the Caps they're going they're going all the way up. They're not killing the penalty. They're looking for a possible shorthanded play there. That was interesting. And here come the Islanders coming back up the ice through center. Dobson with the puck, passes, and cleared around.
Back at the top of the blue line.
Yep. Another pass, another shot, and it goes wide and out of play. 9:35 left to go in the period. 49 seconds left on the power play. Islanders up 2-0. As Tony DeAngelo leaves the ice.
Does
400
he lead a
games for him.
family? Is Stax there?
What's that?
I said, does he lead a family? Is Stax there?
Don't know. Maybe so.
It's an NXT joke. Tony
got you.
DeAngelo.
I gotcha. In the corner, fighting for the puck. Who's going to come out with it? It looks like it's the Islanders. 35 seconds left in the power play. Shoot! And goes wide left.
Nice slap shot there from the top of the blue line.
Good one. And go down to the ice. And looks like the Caps are not going to attack, trying to kill out this power play. 20 seconds to go on that. Caps with the puck. Sending it up ice and clearing. 10 seconds left to go in this power play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Caps at full strength. Well, not much with that power play. A few shots, but no extra goals or anything like that. Islanders playing pass around the puck. Good stick handling there. Caps with a quick takeaway and not enough for icing.
Nope.
With 8:20 to go. Caps in there in the Islanders zone, looking around.
He's on the ice.
Up along the boards, and
that's going to be icing.
That's icing. Ovi on there looking to try to chop this lead in half. Oh, it was icing. It was icing, not offsides. All right, that's going to bring the puck down, I believe.
There's Gretzky in attendance, looking at his watch. Has it happened yet? Can I leave now?
At the press conference, they're like, he's like, I want more time. Gretzky Ovi on the ice, going back, and the Islanders got a piece of that puck, so they're gonna just send it, and the Caps can control. And Islanders send the puck down, back into their own zone. Caps are looking to reset. Ovi is on the ice, just waiting in the center, waiting for the puck to be loose. Here come the Islanders. Caps were kind of playing keep away as they send it down, looking for a third goal. Shoots, and the goalie swallows up the puck with 7:19 left to go. Palmieri took a shot. Lundgren says, no, you're not getting that one out of me. As we get ready for another TV timeout. Right off the post, too. Ah, 2-0. 2-0 with about 7 minutes to go in the first period.
Yep. Zach got the joke. Good to see Zach in the chat. He's the Don of the NHL, just like Tony D's the Don of NXT.
Indeed. Well, it was actually Zach's kind of thought about putting us out to do this today. I wanted to do it a little bit later. Like he scored those last two, and I guess I lost count somewhere in it. And then,
well, without the sports bar running, I'm sure you haven't paid as close attention to stats as you normally would.
No, I still do. It's more driving stats than sports stats. I still keep up a little bit. I don't know if you heard the story, but I got to drive a Stingray.
Nice.
Shocked the hell out of me too. I mean, a car with that much power. Jesus. Indeed. Dragon meat, really? Oh, Dodge Ram. Okay. 7:19 left to go as we come back, and Ovi is on the bench right now, just waiting for that moment.
Yes, patiently waiting.
As we get an interview of the Capitals. Oh, that Ted
Leon.
You could tell that he still had to jump in him. Well, yeah, very focused. And
you gotta figure but when OV accomplishes this, like, how much longer does he have in his career? He was drafted back in 2004, number 1 draft pick. So he's been playing for 21 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's about time for him to retire. So what better way? Just finish up the season. He has Gretzky's record and retire.
And win the cup. They do have a playoff spot coming.
Potentially, but
oh no, they're
cup victory or no, 20-year career, break the record, retire. Like, just seems like a Cinderella way to go out.
Yeah, I can agree.
Not everybody can retire with the championship.
Right.
That would be icing on the proverbial cake. But Gretzky's record has stood since what, 93?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 32-year record. Like, just breaking that in and of itself. Ovi is 39 years old. That record has been around most of his time on this planet.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, that's the story. Retire after achieving that. If you get the cup too, that's the icing on the cake.
Caps with the face-off as the Islanders send it way into their own zone. In the
looks like Ovi is on the ice now.
Dude, Wall stopped on it. He could have checked him into the boards, but didn't. And puck going around. Caps have control. And it looks like the brothers are going to be reunited as soon as play stops real quick. As we go to center ice. And quick shot blocked there, but nothing happened there. As the Islanders are battling in center ice, here comes the Caps coming up quick along the boards. Nice little check there. Oh, come on. That was ref didn't see that. To the blue line, shoots it in, and puck is in the goalie's chest. And now the brothers triumphant is complete as Brother Jeff is here, who is also waking up apparently.
A little bit. I honestly forgot because I was up late with the shenanigans, and then I actually got to sleep in on a Sunday, which doesn't happen a whole lot.
I hate you.
I don't know. It is
what is this thing called sleep?
Hey, you know what, Motherfucker?
You are, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, seriously. Number one. Number two, you're not up to speed on what's going on around here medically for people. So I am allowed my sleep in. So,
Seriously. And like I told him, I think I'm coming down with something.
Oh, how delightful.
So it's like I didn't even set my alarm this morning.
No.
And just woke up roughly around my normal time, a little bit earlier than the alarm would have gone off.
Sure.
And I immediately just like threw my jersey and hat on, and I was like, okay, I'm coming in. I have to be here for this.
Yeah, I don't even think I have any hockey stuff over at this old house. I'm looking as I say that. That's why I'm off camera. Okay. You know what? I have a red t-shirt. It's Capitals game. We're going with that.
There you go.
I actually did look for a Capitals shirt. I was actually I was in Knox County yesterday. I didn't get a chance to go to the Westtown Mall. I tried to go to the Foothills Mall, but nobody had any Caps gear. So I'm like, oh.
Well, that's because you're in the middle of Tennessee, and nobody outside of the diehard hockey fans gives a shit about what's going on on Long Island right now. So I mean, yes, they should. They just don't, and that's just the reality of things. So
what's funny is I'll bet you if he goes to the same mall on Wednesday, there will be Capitals championship T-shirts.
Well,
Ovi did it and shit, that type of thing.
Right. So what platform are you guys watching this on, out of curiosity?
I'm on Slate.
Mikey?
I'm on TNT.
Okay, I'm on Max. So we're all different things. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Ovi's on the ice. Here we go. He's looking
little bubble above it.
Looking to chop this lead in half, as a small little issue with the ice that the ref is taking care of.
Smoothing down some ice that was chipped up there.
There we go. Can you hear Kenny Albert on my end?
No.
Okay, good. Because I gotta leave it. Like, actually, since you guys aren't watching the same time as I am.
Well, JJ and I are synced anyway. Last time I checked.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm at first period 450, 449, 448.
Oh, you're 30 seconds ahead of us, bro.
I'm ahead of you guys.
Pause when you get to 4:30, and I'll let you know when we get there because we're at 5:15.
Oh, geez. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if I can pause live TV on this damn thing or not. We'll try it. Oh, I did it. Okay, good. Yay, me. 4:30. We're on B.
All right, cool.
With 5 minutes left to go in the first.
2-0 New York.
Right. It's because, of course,
450.
Mikey, don't worry about it till we get to the time that was set.
AEW Collision live on Saturday on Max.
Saturday.
Here come the Islanders. So here come the Caps. Here comes somebody. Somebody do something.
4:30.
All right, very good.
All right.
I got number 6 behind. Go ahead.
I just said we should all be synchronized now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just had number 6 from New York pass it. Oh, well, over the bench, it looked like. So, yeah.
Stoppage of play here.
Yes.
Palmieri coming, missing that shot attempt. He was way wide. We look at Tom Wilson, who's got 216 hits. At 4:18 left to go in the first.
Wilson's a presence. He has been all season for the Capitals. So we'll see. And again, he's having a career year here. I'll get it right.
Yes, you will.
We're both waking up, Jeff. It's okay.
That's fair. Well, I'm also waking up having.
With as much as you drank last night, you're probably a little tongue-tied and hungover.
Whoa, what? How much did you have?
At least 2 vaccines. At least 2.
I was gonna say the booze was a flowing.
You know what? Like I said, after the week we've had, I don't care. And then I wake up to just normal. I just woke up is what happened. But I'm getting texts from people that I shouldn't be getting texts from about requests to go into the play at the park, and I'm like, I ain't been back even 3 months yet. But fuck people. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
You notice I haven't asked yet.
now I
For
know
reasons.
because you know better.
For reasons.
You know better, number one. Number two, like I told the person I just told, I am completely booked. I've got all three I'm allowed in place right now, and that calendar has more lines through than a freaking Coke table in the 80s. So,
There you go.
it is what it is.
Picture in picture here. I guess I'm on TNT too, but just through the Sling app. So
Well,
Yeah.
it's TNT's coverage. It's just you're watching on the Sling platform, which has a variety of channels. I'm on Max, which is owned by, WBD. So, it's all in the family, if you will.
yes.
Indeed,
Going
it
back
is.
to the
Let's
joke
see
made
how to go.
earlier, 3 minutes left in the game, and yes, I did say 3 minutes.
There you go.
Had to try and get a wrestling joke in here somewhere.
All right. And of course, Ovechkin already has the record for most career road goals because he's been playing for so long. He is top the NHL all time.
He also has the record for most first period goals.
Yeah, there is no doubting the greatness of number 8.
Yes.
It's just he's not the greatest goal scorer yet.
Yes.
He's tied. And again, I was talking about last night, I never imagined in my wildest dreams when I didn't go to the game that Gretzky broke the record back in 1994 that we'd ever be having this kind of conversation again. So it's wild to me. Here we are 31 years and change later, and we're on the verge of watching history if it happens today.
Yep.
Here come the Caps going down the ice and gets loose, and is it no icing on that one with 2:20 to go.
And the thing is, regular season goals, right? Playoff goals don't count.
Correct. That is correct. Yes. Which is
How far
even
are
more
we away from
astounding.
the playoffs.
Yeah. Which is even more astounding. These two guys, Gretzky and Ovechkin, over their careers have 894 regular season goals. Considering how often the Oilers were in the playoffs when Gretzky was there, and the Kings didn't do a whole lot, but Gretzky had a lot of goals for the Kings even in the playoffs in 93. So these are just regular season stats we're talking about. My God.
And how far away are we from the playoffs beginning?
Next weekend. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Kings' last game of the regular season is the Thursday before WrestleMania, the 17th.
Okay.
So the following week will be the start of the playoffs.
Ovi on the ice, looking in the last minute and a half to try and get him. Almost had on that
almost got it right there.
He jumped on that one.
He did, man.
Because I was going to throw out there, with the fact that he didn't take the cheap way and take the empty netter on Friday.
Yeah.
What if he doesn't want it? What if he plays these last few games and just doesn't net a goal so that he can say, I am as great as Gretzky, but I am not greater than Gretzky?
I
kind of pull the Cena, been tied at 16 for all these years.
Well, yeah, but then that means he has to go out next season and freaking lay out somebody and turn heel to have another run. I don't want that for Alex. I'm good on that.
I still think that he's probably going to retire after this season. I was saying that to Mikey before you came on. It's like, if he does it, or even if he just, stays tied and doesn't do it.
Right.
Nobody has accomplished this feat in 30 years.
Right.
This record has stood almost Ovechkin's entire life as he's 39 years old.
Right. Yeah.
That's just good enough for him.
I think if he doesn't get it by the time the regular season ends, I think he will retire content. But he's going to try every damn thing he can in these next 2 games, obviously. So I don't, to answer your question, I don't think at this stage he will be content with tying unless it's the end of the season. Because I don't think he's going to come back from the regular season just to get one more goal.
No.
I think that's wild. So,
Wow stuff.
Oh, God, I forgot he was coaching the Islanders now.
Patrick Waugh.
Beat your wife, Patrick. Beat your wife. Anyway,
Damn, really?
Yeah, really.
You went there.
Really. I don't care.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's what watch along should be about.
It's not. It's not, but they showed him on TV. That's TNT's problem.
45 seconds in the first.
Shot, and the Sorokin goes right to his glove.
Yeah, it's like I don't even care who's taking the shot if it's not Ovechkin. Like I really could care less.
I think he's on the
still
bench
got to
right
do
now,
the call, got to get the action.
No, I agree.
But you're right. We make sure to point out whenever Ovi is on the ice.
And yeah, again, God, again, I rag on Patrick Waugh, but man, the Islanders are still very much in the hunt for the playoffs. They're in the top 8 of the conference. So
was that Hans there in the back watching on?
Sure didn't look like him, right? 99% sure that poor man has passed away. So I don't know.
I'm joking. Dude, there's a guy in the Islanders named Tony D'Angelo. I was like, does he have a family? Is Zach's there?
Moves the stick.
Zach's like, he's the don of the NHL.
Yeah, he was with, God, who was he? I think he was with Colorado last year. I was like, hey, wait a minute. That's too funny.
He's in New York, so
Yeah, that's
NHL, baby, Tony D.
That's it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's going to end the first. One final last shot. Your score: Islanders 2, Capitals nothing.
So, for Statboy or whoever can Google better than I can, being on my phone, where are the Islanders playing now? Are they back at the old Nassau?
Good question.
Or they finally build these poor bastards a new building?
UBS Arena, Long Island.
Say it again.
UBS Arena.
Oh, that's where AEW had their recent show out there. Okay, that's right. No, not AEW. TNA's had its anniversary there. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, because I knew
it replaced Nassau and Barclays.
Because Barclays, I know the hockey sight lines were atrocious. Like the fans were bitching so much about that. It's like it wasn't built for hockey; it was built for basketball. So, like, I get it.
But to answer your question, yes, it's the old Nassau/Barclays Center, the USB.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Burger.
Yeah.
Just to Queens, I think it said.
Yeah, it sounds right. Well, I was just curious. Yeah, because I know the old Nassau County Coliseum was long maligned with age. So, God, part of WrestleMania 2 was at that event. That was 86. Yeah. So yeah, it's wild to again. I talked about it in my drunken revelry yesterday. Talking about I was supposed to be at the game at the Forum when Vancouver came in and Gretzky ended up breaking Gordie Howe's record. At the time, it was 802 was the new high mark. And God, he between 94 and 99, he scored 92 more goals. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, fucking bananas, dude.
Gretzky was doing Gretzky things, man.
Yeah. Even in the later part of his career, because you remember 94, that was only, I think, March 94 was 2 more years he was with Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made that brief stop over in St. Louis, and then he, of course, finished out 3 years with the Rangers. Which was he tickled and pink because he was back with Messier, which him and Mess for forever. Yeah. But yeah, I was supposed to go to that game, and I think the same thing happened to me that ended up happening to Dylan. Whatever that was.
Happy birthday, Dylan.
So many years later, he is not with me. Luckily for him, he's not in this damn old house, but I will let him know. I ended up having homework or something like that. So my grandmother went in her usual place as she did with my dad back then. And she saw history, and, it was still cool. I don't know if they showed the play. I'm sure they have, ad nauseum over the last few weeks about showing the play that Gretzky got 802, but just a simple little pass across the ice and just tap it in. And, Bob Miller, Wayne Gretzky's NHL record book is now complete. And it's like, you have the classic Bob Miller call.
Yeah. I haven't watched hockey in forever. So Mikey would know more than I would if they've shown the clip.
Yeah, well, I should.
I've really seen the clip since it occurred because I vaguely remember watching that game, even though I wasn't watching hockey at the time, really.
Right. Well, if you watched sports in general, that shit was all over the place back. Especially Gretzky, he that's when he was breaking all the records, 92, 93, 94. He was doing all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Although the points record was in 19, oh God, I think that was 89. He broke the points record. I think that was the start of his second year with LA. But ironically, the record got broken in Edmonton. So everything just stopped. And of course, they gave him the big, pop circumstance because it was in Edmonton.
Right.
I am thoroughly convinced that Liam McHugh is trying to out-douche goatee himself every single season. That goatee is wild on McHugh. It just is. But look at the greatness here. We got Anson, former Los Angeles King. I think that's Lundqvist there on the far left, although I can never really tell because I just forget. And I always forget who this is. It bugs me that I don't remember who this, because I know I'm supposed to know. My dad would be very upset at me if I didn't know who he was, but I can't remember this guy's name. So anyway, again, it's for those of you just tuning in on a Sunday, it's not quite 10:30 Pacific. Like, what the hell are we doing watching? What are we covering here? Why are we not talking about it? Because it's an intermission.
Yes.
If you're not a fan, and you should be, it's the greatest sport in the world. I'm dying that hill with a hockey stick through my heart.
Baseball may be America's pastime. The NFL may be the most commercially successful. NBA gives it a run for its money, but God damn it, the song even says it. The good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
That's right. They still play that intermission.
That's right. And it doesn't matter what arena you're in.
Nope, it doesn't.
But Mikey, we're here to see if Alex Ovechkin can break Wayne Gretzky's record, 894 goals, looking for 895.
He is currently tied with Gretzky, and I was pointing out while Mikey was Avatar Man that, it's crazy that the record that was broken in 1994 by Wayne Gretzky over Gordie Howe was goal number 802. In 5 years, toward the end of wink of his career, Gretzky still managed 92 more goals.
Exactly.
Damn, dude's the GOAT. I don't give a fuck. Even if Ovechkin passes him here, Gretzky's still the greatest of all time for me.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, because Ovi still has to, if he wants that true GOAT status, he's going to have to break every one of the records. That's bottom line. Having the most goals is a given. There's no denying 895 is more than 894. We know that. That's mathematics. That's numbers. That's fine.
Yes.
But when you've got all those records, there is no denying that you cannot say that Gretzky is not the greatest player. You say that, every hockey fan they're going to come down on you faster than anything.
Well, as a passionate hockey fan, I'll say this. Even if he had not scored a single goal in his entire career, Gretzky would still be the all-time points leader just on his assists.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
That's why he's the greatest scorer. Goals and assists. That's why Gretzky is. But my dad will fight you to the death on him being the greatest player, period. And I say that only because he's always said Wayne's the greatest scorer of all time. But if you go back and look at history and go back and look at gameplay and what this person I'm going to say did to change the perception of the game in the position he played, Bobby Orr is arguably the greatest overall player of all time.
There you go. Good one.
So the only counter to that is Alex Ovechkin and Bobby Orr never hosted Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
Never featured in a Disney movie.
That's right. And
so God damn it, even if Ovi does it tonight, until he hosts Saturday Night Live,
that's right,
an ass of himself lip syncing to some crazy ass Elvis wannabe music, or shows up in D4, the Mighty Ducks, the reboot where all the fucking regular OGs have kids that are now District 5. It don't matter for shit.
That's right. And neither Alex Ovechkin nor Bobby Orr ever met Jeff Meacham. So
That's right.
there's that. There's that. To my own goddamn horn because I can.
I still can never forget that episode of SNL, man. I remember having a 15th, or no, it was a best of Wayne's World.
Yeah.
VHS that had 3 different episodes of SNL, like clips from it.
Yeah.
And one of them was the Gretzky episode, and just that whole segment of him. He was like in Hawaii. He was trying to impress his girlfriend's parents. Got up on the stage. It was like, Mokulakahiki means a hockey. It's like, what the fuck am I watching, Wayne?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And you know, just Wayne is the greatest of all things. He's the greatest scorer. Between him and his wife, the genetics are the greatest of all time. Look what they produced. My goodness.
Hey-oh.
Yeah. Well, you know, hot young model, good looking athlete, you know, produces genetics are a thing. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, it's so weird to me to look back on all this history with Gretzky. It's like I was already a full-time attendee at 5-6 years old when his daughter was born. When he was a member of the Los Angeles Kings. It's just like you look back and you go, you know, his kids and, you know, Robitaille's kids, and seeing them and their success, what they're doing. It's just like, I don't want to be old, but I look back and I go, that's cool because we all kind of grew up in the same generation, and the game has evolved in a positive way so much over the last 30, 40 years. Some, you know, old fans will argue, oh, well, you know, the guys are a bunch of these now, and, you know, they're not. It's like, you know what? They don't have to be as quote unquote tough as they were back then because we're more aware of the consequences of being tough than we were 30, 40 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's just like in wrestling. So it is cool to see that an athlete can sustain the length of a career that Gretzky did, that Ovechkin is now, and this opportunity is before him and before us as fans to view it. It's great. I love, not to be cliche, but great one. You know, it's a great opportunity for everybody, and I'm glad that the NHL and hockey has come up in the world enough where major cable networks are now covering it on the regular. You know, when I first started going to the games, and even before that, you know, if hockey was on TV, it was like, wow, really? So we've come a long way, the sport of hockey, especially in North America. And I get it, Canada invented the sport, but, you know, television in North America has definitely picked up on hockey considerably. And a lot of that is because of Wayne Gretzky moved to Los Angeles. You know, I'm beating a dead horse there. I
was gonna say Canada may have invented the sport, but Wayne Gretzky bringing it to LA made it commercial.
No, it did 100%. You know, there's it.
Without Gretzky's move to LA, there's no Mighty Ducks.
No,
without the Mighty Ducks, there's no fucking movies.
Nope. Yeah, and you know, it's, you know, I always pick at the Ducks fans. Not that I'm trying to, you know, poke or whatever, but
let's not poke him too much. He is wearing a Kings shirt with a Dodgers hat.
Hey, that's it. Well, that's because he recognizes that the Anaheim sports teams are what they are. I'm an Angels fan, and I know what's up. Like, it's rough. They won yesterday. They won big yesterday. That was a big, you know.
I can switch hats. I have a new Angels hat. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, welcome, I know, asshole.
Yeah. Yes.
Because he asked when I asked him about doing the opening day doubleheader, he said he needed to get a new Angels hat. Could I spot him for half of it? And I was like, lucky I love you, asshole.
Yeah, well, you know, when the only hat he wears in the regular is they're champions. Let's buy a hat. 23 years ago. God, they're bad. Anyway,
I agree with that meme. That's pretty much Gretzky right there, man. Like before you came on, they showed a clip of him like looking at his watch. Now he's smiling because he's been called out. But
yeah,
they showed him earlier looking at his watch, and I'm like, this Wayne Gretzky's like, is it happened yet? Can I leave now? Is it over? Can I get the fuck out of here? I'm not even supposed to be here today, Randall.
And he's having to arena hop because they're following Ovechkin around. It's like, fuck, man.
Well, the next
that clip, he actually seemed a little bit joyous. Maybe he had a shot or two during the commercial break.
He had a drink in his hand.
He had a drink in his hand. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling good now. I'm getting fucked up.
That's right.
The next Capitals game, they're coming to Carolina.
Ooh.
Oh my God!
If he doesn't do it this time, and the Hurricanes are already jacking up the prices, $400 for one ticket.
Well, fuck yeah!
But what about all the people that paid $400 and then he does it here? So it's like,
Well,
what's the point now? Go to StubHub, tickets would be like $40.
Right. Yeah, I am keeping my eye on ticketing as far as not this because I ain't flying across the country. I can't afford to do that shit right now. And I got work, but Mania.
Can we play the Capitals again before the end of
No.
season?
Nope,
No.
They had that one visit, and I was going to go to that game, but once it was for sure he was going to break record, I'm like, okay. And I ended up picking up a shift at Disney. I'm like, I need to work. I need the goddamn money.
It's Carolina. It's Carolina on Thursday, Columbus Saturday and Sunday, the 12th and the 13th. Then they go to New York, and then they finish up the season in Pittsburgh.
So they're not going home at all.
They go to the Rangers.
No, it's the Islanders again.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, you got to specify there's two New York teams.
So wait. They're playing in Long Island now, and they're going back to Long Island. They're not playing any more home games this year.
It's going to be they fly out tonight. They go home and play Carolina.
Oh, okay. Hang on. So the Carolina game is at Washington.
Yeah, it's Washington versus Carolina. I had it backwards. Then after that game, they head to Columbus. Then they go back to Columbus, and it's going to be Washington versus Columbus on Sunday. So Columbus plays both games. I don't know what for what purpose, and then back to New York, and then they finish up in Pittsburgh.
It sounds so off,
right?
It does.
That's a lot of road games to end the season.
Back and forth. I mean, it's away game.
Well, no. I mean that's normal.
Jumps at least, you know.
Okay. All right. Just to clarify, hang on.
Localized there.
Okay. Just to clarify, they play Carolina in Washington on Thursday.
Yes.
The Columbus games are back to back, but the second one on Sunday 13th is in Washington.
Yes.
Okay. That's not how you said it, Mikey. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, I said it backwards.
You did. And then, yes, the last two games are on the road, but they're back in Long Island. I think that may have been the other game in Long Island was supposed to be a game earlier in the year, and then they just had to move it because I think he had something, I forget what it was. And then, yes, like you said, they're finishing the season in Pittsburgh. So the last home game is next Sunday. So that's interesting. They're finishing on the road. The Kings are finishing at home on the 17th. So. Hey, it's everybody, Kermit the Frog. Time for a karaoke plug.
That Mania is on 420 this year.
Well, no, and that's the joke because I now have the entire week off. As far as I know, I don't know about my Sunday the 20th schedule yet, but I have the whole week off after Monday the 14th, and I'm working that day. I'm signing. Well, I'm not signing. I bought tickets for people to get in, so. After the 14th, I am completely Disney obligation free, and wrestling is right there in Vegas. I'm going.
Yeah, and I'm scheduled the 16th and 17th, the Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm going to try to swap those shifts for the Raw After Mania and the NXT After Mania.
There you
go. That I'm free for those multi-stream days.
Right. Yes.
Because me being available for those is more important than the Raw and NXT After Manias.
Well, valid. You know, unless they actually make the Raw After Mania again, do something monumental.
Even still, I can watch that on replay. But with as many streams are going to be going on simultaneously, my voice is needed for the other days.
That's valid as hell. And again,
he is on the ice as we get ready to start the second period.
He is. Who's in goal for the Islanders? Who's that? Oh, never mind.
Sorokin. He's played 3 games and hasn't surrendered goals against Ovechkin.
How about
Hey.
that? The Panthers, the Kraken, the Knights, and the Canucks have not given up goals to Ovechkin. How about that?
At least
But
those
every
particular
other
goaltenders.
goalie, I was going to say, every other team that you listed off that they're going to be playing here to round out the season has given up goals to Ovechkin.
So
if Sorkin can survive tonight, then the next game is probably going to be easy pickings for Ovi based off of that statistic. It looks like Ovi took a seat on the bench here.
he does. Yeah, they were just getting down for warm-ups when they first started getting ready to start the second period. And again, yes, even the people on Long Island want Ovi on the ice. They want him playing as much as possible, but people, he's at the tail end of a career, man. He's going to play when he's going to play, and he's still playing amazing hockey for a guy that far along in his career. But he also want to win the game. Oh shit, Brian Boucher is the guy between the glass. I remember Brian Boucher.
Here come the Islanders looking for another goal, making it and the puck goes up over the crossbar on that one.
Okay, so now you guys are ahead of me. Just by a couple seconds, though.
What time are you at, Jeff?
25, 24, 23.
I'm at 19:15.
Same.
All right, so when
Mikey
you get
will pause at 19.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Let us know when he gets to 19.
Yeah, I will.
6, 5, 4. Ah!
Of course, they stopped the clock at 19:05. Let me know when it goes, or never mind. As soon as they come back from play, might be a good time. Now we'll just stick to the 19 stamp.
Yeah. Just because I'm
easier.
to, yeah, very much so.
If we had known there was going to be a stoppage,
then
we could have done that. But
it'll only be a second or two at most, anyway. Like I said, you guys aren't that far ahead, like I thought.
No.
So, hey, there's Tony Angelo. Speak of the devil.
1. Paused at 19.
Paused at 19.
I'm at 19.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, cool. Point stopped 59.
God damn it.
Damn it, hockey. Anyway, yeah. So Tony in NXT is D apostrophe Angelo.
Angelo.
Okay.
He's D-E Angelo.
Yes. Okay.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
But still, I just think it's haha because he's still Tony.
No, it is. Yeah. Oh, and I just saw the game for tonight. Hey, Vancouver, do us a solid, please. Can we win tonight, Vancouver? Can we not fuck around? Thank you. Appreciate
Who's
it.
Vancouver playing?
Vegas.
Oh,
Breakout drones.
still on that kick with Vegas.
No. It's about the points at this point because the Kings have clinched, but we can pass Vegas and get the division and not have to worry about playing in Edmonton or St. Louis.
Got you.
I don't want no part of Edmonton, man. Even with the depleted, stars. Big David will be back by playoffs. Drysdale will be back by playoffs. They'll probably get Skinner back in goal. I don't want no part of those assholes. None.
Fair enough.
No.
But the Blues, aren't the Blues the team we swept that one year?
It was 11 years ago, to be fair. Or no, 13 years ago. No.
You're on a 12-game streak.
Whatever it was one of the two sweeps. Yes, but totally different team. And the Blues have been kicking ass, and the Blues have our ass this year. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Nope. I want no part of St. Louis or Edmonton. If we're top of the division, that means we're going to play one of the, either number 7, one of the two wild card teams. I'm good with that. Says the guy who rooted for a team that was number 8 in the conference and ended up winning the Stanley Cup. So maybe I shouldn't.
I was gonna say, Jeff.
He's on the ice at 18:02. Nope, he's leaving
the QR code on the screen to donate to Hockey Fights Cancer.
Always support that one.
Still want to try to find the Hockey Fights Cancer Blues jersey.
Yes, when the search is ongoing. And no, I'm not saying that like I wasn't like the guy in Dark Knight that was searching for Batman and ended up looking for Bigfoot and Abe Lincoln. I actually am actively looking. I just can't find anybody that wants to pony up.
And it has to be blank too. That's the key, so that I can get it done with the name I want.
It's one of those. It may have to go to a custom person and find a blank jersey and just have it done, because I don't know if a blank one exists in the wild. But I'm trying.
Caps getting the puck
OV
back.
on the ice. He was setting something up there. Unable to
He's got it
succeed.
himself. Oh, he took a shot at that one. Islanders coming back up, going in, and wide left.
So now you guys are off for me again. I don't know how the hell that happened.
I don't know either. It
Whatever.
just is what it is. I'm just going to let Mike do his thing.
All right.
Because it's too chaotic.
Now the Islanders coming up, and quick interception. Can they turn it around? They sure can. Was that him? Was that nope, that was 88, not 8. Done on it.
There is a difference.
Too many hates. Too many hates.
Unless you're just so drunk you're seeing double like Doc Holliday. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
That was so sad. I couldn't believe that news.
And that came out on April 1st, so I was hesitant at first. I had to Google search and make sure it wasn't.
No, for real. Same.
But when I started seeing, People Magazine, Variety, I was like, okay, this is legit.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would have believed TMZ at first, but I started seeing,
right.
The New York Times and, like I said, Variety, Billboard. I was like, okay, this is
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
TMZ has become a lot more reliable in the last 15 years, but
still,
if that had been the first thing I had seen, I'm not sure I would have believed it.
Right.
Ain't that the truth? Caps down in the Islander zone, and nothing happened on that one. Here come the Islanders coming up on the right side. Can they? Nope, they don't get nothing in there. Caps fighting to get back, and will they? Nope, they put it back to the goalie real quick. Here they come, trying to get the center. That was Strome there. That was not. Obi's not on the ice right now. He's taking a break. So, Caps just trying to get back in the game at this point.
Right.
15:07 to go in the second period. Second quarter, yeah.
That's a bop you.
Yeah.
At least he didn't say second inning.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say that.
Second quarter is a little bit more forgivable because there's 3 periods, 4 quarters, but second inning out of 9, no, that's a little bit there.
That's a long ass hockey game.
Takes a shot and gets blocked right away. Puck goes back to center ice. As Caps.
I don't like the digital signs.
No?
No. I'm okay with them.
It's distracting to me when you're watching the game for it to be blank and then all of a sudden something's appearing. It's like, wait, what is it writing? I need to pay attention. Oh shit, someone just scored. I missed it.
Right. That's fair.
Fair. Islanders looking to extend their lead and hold on to it. They get close to the net, but nothing happens on that play. Caps looking to reset behind their own goalie. Waiting and waiting and waiting and still waiting and still waiting.
Flying V. Oh, wait, never mind.
Because Obi's on the ice again. 242 goals in the first, 291 in the second, and 334 in the third. Okay, so he's going to – Caps get close on that one, but another shot and a miss.
So most of his career goals come in the third period. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's clutch. It's clutch, baby. Long time between whistles. We're gonna have our first TV timeout here in a short.
Yep. At 13-17.
As soon as I get a whistle, I'm a pause so that I can get caught up with Mikey.
Same. Well, I'm ahead of Mikey, so as soon as there is a whistle, I'm going to stop. Oh, there it is.
And someone got, that would almost look like a hook. And looks like, yep, that's going to be a penalty. Right at 30. Yeah, you did it. Stop crying about it.
They're just mad because the flow was so smooth there.
Yeah, it was.
It's always sucks when you have to kill the momentum.
Yeah.
Cizikas knew that he was called for that. Oh, we went down on that play.
Yep. Well, I mean, that could have been it right there. If Ovi had gotten his stick on the puck, that could have been it.
Yep.
So it looks like the Caps are going to go on a power play
As we go
as
to
they come back
commercial
from
for
this
television.
TV timeout.
All right, we're
Get the Noah stick in there. Fuck
we're sticking
television.
it up. Yeah, Ovechkin's not deflected on that or blocked on that play. That's a goal. That's it. And yeah, that was a blatant trip, dude. It's like, why are you arguing? We saw on the replay. Get your ass down for two.
We sodded it.
Yes, we wasn't there, but we saw it.
Yep, Engvall tripping against. Oh,
does anybody understand the appeal of this guy, Pete Davidson, or is it just me that doesn't like him?
I don't get it either.
I don't get him.
Okay, good. I don't understand it. I don't find him funny. He wasn't even funny in the ensemble on SNL. Like I don't get it.
I will say this: I have found Pete Davidson funnier over the years than I have found Jerry Seinfeld, but that's a very low bar.
Yeah. That's like even I can meet that bar. I mean,
but that's a very low bar.
Yes. Well, there you go. There's our friends, the Muppets again, and we can plug the Muppets karaoke in May.
See, we're getting completely different commercials. I've got a DQ Blizzard commercial.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well,
I've got the Davidson
only
commercial
85
now.
cents for a small Blizzard treat through the app for a limited time only.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
on my birthday.
Muppets.
On my birthday in 2005, he scored his first goal.
Okay, you're ahead of me again.
Gretzky's first goal. There's the 894th and final goal. There's Ovi's 894th goal.
March 29th, 99. So in his last season, he was still doing it. Unbelievable.
Yep.
He seems so like, let me get this over with. But then he goes live and he's all happy. Oh, they're probably showing that clip in the arena. He was like, God damn, look how young I was.
Right.
13 minutes to go on the ice and Ovi for the power play. Will he cut the lead in half? Let's find out as the...
And that's the thing. Power play goals still count because the regular season. So
yeah.
Right. Engvall called for tripping at 13 minutes. Here comes
there you go. And
here's your sign, Engvall.
That's right.
That's right.
I wonder if he's related to Brian Engvall.
Shoots! Oh, no, did he get it? Did he get it? He got it!
There we go.
On the power play. It's
history
over.
Has been
he
made.
Shoots, he scores. At 12:34 of the second period on the power play, and he cuts the lead in half. We got a new goal leader. 895. There it is. It is official. Adam Pierce.
Everyone's celebrating on the ice like they just won the Stanley Cup.
Wife
I assume
crying,
that's
mom
Ovi's
happy.
wife and mama there.
Well, that didn't take very long, did it?
Took long enough. I mean, shit. 37 minutes into the game. Actual playing time, not counting the fucking 20-minute intermission.
895. It is official. It was a power play goal. And it looks like his sons are starting to make their way down to ice level.
How old was Gretzky when he did it?
What was that?
I'm asking Jeff, how old was Gretzky when he did it? Because Ovi is 39. Is Ovi younger than Gretzky was?
Gretzky was 30. When he broke the record, he was 33. When he got to 894, he was
37 because it was 4 years later, you said.
Yeah, because
5 years later, it would have been 38.
Gretzky was born in January of 61. So he would have been 38 in March of 99 or whatever it was. So
Gretzky was still younger when he did 894.
Yep. Same amount of goals, same amount of games,
but
same amount of goals now, but still a younger man.
History has been made.
Indeed. Both teams have stopped. They are both tapping their sticks on the ice out of respect. The game has It's temporarily stopped, and the door is open. He goes over. He's
trainers, management, coaching staff, I'm sure.
Probably, yes. The helmet has come off. On a power play goal, .895. Hugs around left and right. Let's take another look at that replay. The pass, the setup, the shot, right in the right side of the net. Let's take another angle. He just moves up, and boom, right there.
He took a second, too. He made sure the puck was centered on the blade there before firing it in. He didn't just immediately shoot.
His wife screams. Mom gets out of her chair.
He was skating so hard back to the bench, he bit shit.
There's Gretzky's reactions.
Yeah, see, I'm still feeling behind you guys. I'm trying to catch it. Oh, man, that's great.
You know, we give Gretzky some shit about the way he was sitting there like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? But, you know, Ovechkin probably has the same mentality right now that John Cena has. He needs to get .895 so he can shake the hand of the man that gets .896.
Yeah.
Or
and
whatever he ends up retiring with. I mean, if he calls it at the end of the season and he's got 900 or 910 by then,
right?
So but he needs to get .895 so he can shake the hand of the man that gets to .896 type of thing. So
I am begging Gary Bettman to crack a legitimate, genuine smile. Begging you, Gary.
God damn it, Jeff. Can we leave Bettman alone for one day?
No.
Dan, come on. We got history in front of his midget ass. Like, smile, Gary. Fuck.
All the Islanders.
We're going to have to get Josh to change the fuck Bill Belichick to fuck Gary Bettman.
I guess so, because Belichick's useless anyway. Might as well. Yeah, there you go.
All the Islanders gave hugs and high fives. Another round. Now they brought out the carpets and everything was just totally stopped at this point. It looks like they've got like a championship plaque of some kind or.
See, this is why I thought that it should have been either the first goal of the game or the last goal of the game.
Yeah.
Do it, get it out of the way, then resume play. But to have it come in the middle of the second period, you still got like 12 minutes left of game play in this period, plus the whole third to go.
And they're still down 2-1, by the way.
Yeah, it's like they still may lose the game. But like I said in the outset, when the Islanders went up 2-0 in the first, it was like they were going to make Ovi earn that shit. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, you got the record, but goddamn it, y'all still fucking lost. And obviously, there's still half a game to turn this around and still win. Anything can happen. Right, Mikey?
Yes, exactly.
You've given up the whole, the fat lady is already seen put a fork in him, the steak is
I'm not
dead.
going to say that. Not right now, I'm not.
Hey, Coach Orion taught us, how long does it take to score a goal?
3 seconds.
Less than half a second.
Yeah, exactly.
And JJ, by the way, you're asking him which steak?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I know, steak is steak. I'm sorry, and cheese is cheese.
Well, and this is the guy that likes his steak well done. Fucking throws it on the grill, forgets about it for 25 minutes. You've changed now. You used to be well done.
No, I never.
Okay, wait. I take it back. He actually gave a genuine smile when he was hugging Ovechkin. I'm sorry, Mr. Bettman. I apologize, Gary. There you go.
I apologize for that right there, and be with the pygmies down there in New Guinea. Amen.
Thank the Lord for it, because Gary earns my shit more often than not.
Go, kids, go. There you go. Hug dad. Hug dad. Give kids.
I love it. I love it. Man, Mrs. Ovechkin's not hard on the eyes either. Good on them. OV Jr. I love the jackets. OV Jr. and then I don't know if the other one says the same thing or not, but I'm guessing his name is actually Alex Ovechkin. That's why it's OV Jr. But I don't know that. I need a stat check on that one. That is wonderful. Well, there you go. Again, what was the what was the timestamp on the period? Because it wasn't too far after the 13-minute face-off.
Yeah, it was like 12 and change.
Yeah.
12:34.
12:34, the second period. In Long Island against the Islanders here on April 6th. It was almost like it was a dynasty being built in Washington as AEW prepares to go into Philadelphia for their own dynasty. God help us all.
A dynasty.
Dynasty. There you go.
I'm
so glad his mom's there, man.
Mom.
Yep, that's so cool.
That's good.
I can't find the names of his kids, but I know that one of his sons was named after his brother.
Okay, so that was probably the one that didn't see Obi Jr. Yeah. They were showing that video a second ago. I don't know if they really got it up there on the TV screen, but they were like having his peers talk about him. I happened to see Solani. It's the only reason I caught my eyes because I saw Team Solani up there. I'm like, hey, I know that guy.
Sergey and Ilya are the children.
Oh, okay. So yeah, definitely not Alexander.
And I don't know if it's been happened yet, but according to Wiki here, in June of 2021, Ovi was studying for and close to obtaining a Doctor of Sciences.
Oh, wow.
Russian equivalent of a PhD or higher. Study is pedagogy, the study of teaching and the practice of learning.
Yes.
So that is what Ovi is getting a doctorate in. So not only an outstanding athletic specimen on the ice, now breaking the record of Wayne Gretzky, but a smart man as well.
Oh, here we go.
Dude just looks like he's in his 50s with his lack of hair and it being as gray as it is. But as we've seen with Kopitar over the years, fucking the stress of playing will do that to a man.
You just witnessed history in front of greatness. You'll always be the great one, and you had a record that nobody ever thought could be broken. But Alex, you did it. You have been amazing. You have been the consummate player representing the NHL, extraordinarily on and off the ice. Thank you for all you have given the game. This is Bettman talking. And greatness starts with players like you and Wayne, a team in an organization like the Capitals. Ted Leonosis, congratulations. You can applaud as they continue the speech. To celebrate and commemorate this moment, there is a Canadian artist who does sports named Tony Harris. You collect his paintings. We had this painting especially commissioned for you to celebrate and commemorate this moment. Wow, impressive work. Look at the detail.
That's crazy to think that's just a painting. That looks like a snapshot.
Greatness is now part of your name. And now the original great one has the microphone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, if I go into fucking fans tomorrow, there's going to be $8.95 Capital shirts for Ovechkin.
Thanks, the crowd. First of all, I want to say it's nice not to be at the Nassau Coliseum because I lost a lot of games there.
Notice Gretzky wearing a lapel pin of 9 for Gordie Howe.
Secondly, history, this organization from Mr. Arbor got to sit with Brian Tracy and Butch Goring today. Just such wonderful people. Oh, very good, very good. Indeed. I wish the Islanders and the New York fans all the best, but we're here today to celebrate this guy here, number 8. I can tell you firsthand, I know how hard it is to get to 894, and 895 is pretty special. My congratulations to not only Alex, his mom and dad, his family, his wife and kids. When I broke the record, my 2 kids were about the age of his boys, so it's kind of reminiscing for me, and I'm so happy that 2 of my boys are here tonight. But there's nothing better than the National Hockey League. They say records are made to be broken, but I'm not sure who's going to get more goals than that. It's the greatest game in the world. Yes. I want to congratulate every organization, the commissioner and the league, and to the referees who do such a great job. Our sport
and the whole crowd boos.
Trust me, I was John McEnroe a lot when I played, but these guys do an incredible job. And thank you all so much, as he shakes hands with Ovechkin. Alex, I said I'd be the first guy to shake your hand when you broke the record, and I wore this pin on the 30. And one last thing before Alex speaks of the great things about my setting the record, calling how I bought my wife a beautiful gift and a wonderful note, and we know how the legacy of hockey passes down, but so does it with the families and the wives. So my wife has something very beautiful for his lovely wife that we want to pass on. But Mr. Leonos, congratulations. He offered the microphone, but he said no. So they bought me a Rolls Royce, so you got your work cut out. A Rolls Royce. As flowers are being given to his wife. Gretzky's wife and Ovechkin's wife.
Just, real quick for Ovi Talks, Gretzky wearing the number 9 for Gordy is making me, like, give me the feels. That's too fucking cool. Gordie Howe is still Wayne Gretzky's hero, even now. It's too fucking cool, man.
Yeah, I saw that, made sure to point that out. I thought that was a nice touch. Carlson and Wilson's gating over the flowers to mom and wife.
And now Ovechkin grabs the mic. Like I always said all the time, it's a team sport, and without my boys, the whole organization, the fans, the trainers, the coaches, I would never stand there. And obviously, I would never pass a great one. So, fellas, thank you very much. I love you so much. And I know Nicholas Backstrom, TJ Oshie, fellas, I love you. We did it. Yes, you did. Thank you to let me score 895. I love you, brother. And the last thing, all of you fans, for the whole world. We did it. It is history. And the most important thing to my mom, my family, my beautiful wife, my father-in-law, my beautiful kids, thank you. I love you so much. And without you, without your support, I would never stand here. As he kisses his mom. I love you guys. Love, more kisses to the kids. And with 6 games left, I say keep going. Don't stop now. As we get one final picture. As Ovi goes dead center with everybody. Big smiles all the way around. That is I still can't get over that artwork. Fans, once again, the new NHL all-time leader in goals, Alex Ovechkin. There you go. The Great 8 has now taken his spot at the top of the mountain. And there's still more hockey to play.
Gonna say. Still got a game and a half to go here. Or no,
Yep.
half a game to go, I should say.
Indeed, indeed.
Now we have to see if the Capitals can pull it out from behind and actually get the dub.
All right, so I know the Kings don't play today, but I'd very much like Drew Daddy to watch that shot that Ovechkin took. Get it through, Daddy.
I have to say, Stat Boy, that was masterfully done, brother.
Yes.
The way that you relayed everything, didn't
Yep.
miss a beat. Even I have a hard time doing that when it comes to promos.
Wow.
The call, spot on. Great call.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Now all I gotta do is go on Streamers React, and there you go. Then my career is complete, right?
There you go. There you go.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think they do sports. At least not the channel that's been featuring us, Geekbox. That's mainly wrestling, but
Yes.
It's all good.
but there may be a channel that does pro sports and may be catching this right now.
Maybe so. Maybe so. How about a nice round 900 to finish out the season? How about that?
There you go. Why not?
It's realistic. You
It
rattled
is.
off like 6 games. That's a goal a game.
Yep.
Very realistic.
When the season started, he had to score every other game to get here.
Yeah.
He didn't do that obviously because it took a little longer than he kind of. I mean he went ahead of pace obviously because he did it before the season ended. But
Yeah. I mean, we know he got 2 goals in the last game.
Yes. Yeah. So it really wasn't a huge doubt. It was just he had part of the, he had some droughts here and there. So I was like, oh, so
all the
LeBron
other
James, Mark Messier, Simone Biles, Michael Phelps, all sending in wishes. Derek Jeter. That's awesome.
The goats of their field. Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much no Serena Williams or anybody like that, but still like Simone Biles, Michael Phelps, Derek Jeter, LeBron, Messier.
Being there by proxy on videos pretty fucking cool because God, Ness and Gretzky were so close. They are still close still. Oh,
Taking a look at it again.
And
See, he belly flopped. He didn't trip. He did that on purpose.
Oh, he did. Okay.
That on the replay, he belly flopped on purpose there.
Oh, I thought he did shit. Okay. All right.
He
okay.
took a few strides, then he like jumped.
Yeah.
It was akin to jazz hands for Martinez.
Yes.
Like you could totally tell that was on purpose.
And you know what? It shows again, Jay, whether it's for the Stanley Cup or milestones, all these men are 5-year-olds. We're all a bunch of idiotic kids just like having fun out there playing the greatest thing on earth. Fuck it.
He's taking off the jersey that he did it in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That jersey is going to get taken to the Hall of Fame or retired, something, putting on a brand new jersey.
Yeah.
The jersey, the stick, the puck, the hat, everything. The skate.
Everything is being collected. Absolutely. They're showing the fans like, yeah, okay, we got 12 and a half minutes to go in the second period of the game. We still got some hockey.
Right?
Too funny. Oh, I love it.
And I just want to comment on Safet's thing here. I give Safet a lot of shit in the chat. He says he's a hockey fan as well, but not a fan of both teams. Ask Jeff, what have I said for years? I am a hockey fan first.
Yes.
I pledge allegiance second. I just love the sport.
And that for me is different, but I don't come down on that. I was raised a Kings fan. I'm just now a hockey fan, period. But it's especially this time of year, it's Kings and everybody else. But with stuff like this, it's
exactly. It doesn't matter what the teams are. When history is being made, when someone has a great game, you've just got to be man enough to be like, hey, that was some good shit, pal.
And it is. It's not only good shit, pal. It's like I said when I first came in. I never expected this to happen in my lifetime again.
Mm-hmm. Now the question is, Mr. Statistician, Mr. TNT Sports over there, who's closest next?
Yeah. Oh, it was Sidney Crosby, but he's 200 goals down.
Oh, yeah. You know what though? I say that, remember, Sid's still not a overly a highly old man, but he has been also in the league a long time. He has been prone to injury on occasion, so I wouldn't count on it, but you never say
he's
never,
37.
obviously.
He's 37, so he's got 2 years to get to Ovi's age now.
And 200 goals to make up for. It's not realistic at this point.
Well, how many goals does he usually put up a season?
Not 100.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
So,
but theoretically speaking, Ovi or Crosby is still young. Let's say he has another 5 years. Just
that would be
theoretically, because that would make him 42 years old.
And that'd be 40 goals.
Far-fetched.
It's 40 goals per year if it's at 200 exactly. 40 goals a year for Crosby hasn't been a thing for a while. So I don't know if at this stage of his career it's viable.
It's realistic. Gotcha.
But again, I have said for 30 years, I never thought we'd see the goal record broken. He's watching the replay on the tablet. I absolutely love this. They're such little kids. I love this shit.
Where's McDavid at?
That's a good question. Where is Connor at on the score sheets?
Oh, Connor McDavid? Dang, I had that earlier too.
Because he's still a relatively young man. He's just more injury prone than Crosby's been.
Connor McDavid is 20th at 360. Oh, get off the screen, you stupid ad. At 361. As
361, and Connor's how old?
28.
Connor, yeah.
We've been talking about Connor being in Edmonton and succeeding the great one. He's still young enough. If he stays healthy, he could be the guy.
I mean, he's got 10 years. Assuming that he stays healthy and doesn't get anything that puts him out of action, like seriously.
And woe be my ass if he does, because I'll never hear the end of it from the kid.
I was going to say, because Goob is a fucking McDavid fan. So
Goob is a McDavid fan. Had a rough day yesterday there at the old crypto.com arena, did the boy and his friend Aiden. But, it is what it is.
Big check there by the Islanders on he's slow to get up there.
Still 12 minutes to go in the second period, by the way, everybody. And then we still have the whole third period to go.
My God.
Waugh takes a good shot to the neck. He's holding his neck there on that shot.
Now, is that Waugh's son?
I think that's I think his name is pronounced Roy, not Waugh. I think.
Just curious there, because I find it interesting that Patrick Waugh is the Capitals coach.
Yeah.
And there's someone with the same spelled last name on the team.
Yeah, I think that's Matt Roy, who used to be here, I believe. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, it's hard for me to keep up with all the names and everybody going around the league nowadays.
That's fair. I almost threw on my Talbot jersey just as a, haha, because Mikey and Dory got it for me. But I was like, nah, if I'm going to do here, let me at least rep the Keens, Gretzky's former team, the team that he did it with, even though it wasn't this logo. So.
And wasn't that some shit that Talbot, you get the jersey from Minnesota and they ends up being here? It's like, God damn it.
It's all right, though. I still love it.
Absolutely.
Still love it. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Kings one now, too, so I can stay up on it. And I love that his number, at least in Minnesota, don't know if he kept it, but I love that his number is 41, which is the year the Wolfman came out. Like, I love that he's aware of the joke.
Right. Like I said, they're all little kids. They're all fans. They all get it.
Indeed. Here come the Caps trying to tie this game up now that all the hoopla has been over, but take out the linesman while you do it as well. Puck goes in, it's by there, and
almost scrum there in the front of the net. Puck still in play though.
Sending it back out there to the center ice and it looked like we had an offsides call, I believe.
Yes.
Yep, offsides at 9:04.
It would be nice to see Ovi get a couple more goals here tonight. Dude, could you imagine if he ends up putting up a hat trick? First he breaks the fucking record, then he gets a hat trick to win the game. Like, could you just fucking imagine?
How much
I
more?
could, that's the thing.
Do? We get replays there. Sorokin doing some good.
Look at how close that puck came, man. If they had just been able to get a stick on it.
Yep. Islanders battling in center ice right now. Caps in the corner. Nice little check there. Not too bad. And we go to center ice. Back and forth in center ice as we go. Here come the Islanders coming into the zone. Looking to get a 2-goal lead, but nope. Lindgren says no on that shot. Right in front, a little bit, and Caps control. As Ovi is on the ice, looking to get that equalizer. He's making his way down there. Sorokin comes out of the crease. And here come the Islanders. Going through center ice. Going into the zone, Caps pick it off and start heading back the other way.
Out of curiosity, JJ, because I'm not in the producer thing, which channels are we on this morning?
Mine and Walter's.
Okay, because I had something I wanted to show on the shenanigans last night. I completely forgot. So when we go to intermission, I'll talk about that.
And the Islanders score. And
jeez.
I was going to say it's the two that are shown on the graphic on the background, Casa and Rage.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Gatcomb takes away all the...
I believe that's his second. Gatcomb working on a hat trick tonight as well.
Islanders now have a 2-goal lead.
Gatcomb is like, all right, enough with the mushy stuff. That's nice. You broke the record, bitch. You're still going to lose. Look at that. Just nonchalantly flips it into the net.
Right over, open net, left side.
Well, I wouldn't say open, but definitely over the shoulder there.
At 9:34 of the second, Islanders take a 2-goal lead. Yeah. As puck goes back into play. Oh, almost a 4th goal. Mark Gatcomb playing spoiler.
Islanders are ready for it now, man. They're like, look, we let you have the record. You got it on our watch, but it's the only goal you're going to get. You're lucky we didn't shut you out.
Play stopped at 9.
You're laughing, but you got to think about it like that. You got to think about it from the realm of competitiveness. You know, it's like, okay, we know this is going to happen. We're going to make them earn it. We'll let them get it here. But God damn it, they're not leaving with the win. And we're going to show them we are the better team.
And again, the Islanders are trying to get back into the wild card spot.
See, exactly. They got a point to prove. They want to compete for the cup. A victory here gets them closer to the wild card. Capitals, I believe, are already in, right?
Yeah, they're locked in, yeah.
See, so they're not going anywhere regardless, but a win here for the Islanders can put them into contention.
Islanders coming up. Almost a trip there. Fighting his way through.
Oh, Jeff left.
Oh.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Tie up in the corner there between a couple of the players. Puck going on along the boards. Back in the Islander zone. Almost at center ice. There you go. In the neutral zone. Into the Cap zone. Islanders starting their attack. Cap saying, no, we got a small breakaway, but what we got here? We got something happening. What's the call there, ref? Sandin got dumped. Are the Caps going to go back on the power play? Indeed. Looks like someone's getting escorted. Looks like, yeah, we got a trip. Yep. Well, they got one. Now they can get another one as Palmieri gets called for tripping at 8:24, putting the Caps on the power play to try and get this back to a one-goal game. Ovechkin did it once. Let's see if he can do it again and get 896 while we're at it. Puck to the left of the goalie of Sorokin. Caps control to the point, to the circle, left side. Strome with the puck. Holding. And they lose control of it, having to back up. Wilson lost control of that one. Chicharron had it but lost it, and the Islanders will clear. Carlson coming up with the puck, almost loses it. And here comes Chicharron again. Chicharron with a quick shot around the boards, over to Wilson. And the Islanders try to clear, but no, it doesn't go out past the blue line yet. And quick shot it. Nope. Islanders almost got it out that time as well. Back to the point, back into the corner. With Strome. Over to Carlson, back over to Strome. Looking, pops it in, blocked. Strome out to Ovi. Ovi passes it back over to Strome. Strome looking to maybe get in on the score sheets. Back over to Chicharron. Shoots! Blocked off. And looks like the puck went in the net on that one. It helps when the players' names are at the bottom to find out who's on the ice during the power play.
Absolutely.
He's going to stay on. Dubois, Mangiapane, McMichael, and Chicharron stayed with 26 seconds left in the power play. He's like, I got this. I've done it once. I can do it again. To the left of Sorokin, as Sandin gets it, and the Islanders clear. Taking the clock down to 15 seconds, and it looks like we're going to have another delayed penalty here, and that's going to make it a brief 4-on-4 as Cizikas gets caught. What happened here? We got a bit of almost like a Shelley. They're going to call that probably tripping or interference, or hold. No, it was holding. So we're going to have 4-on-4 for about 9 seconds, and then the Islanders are going to go on the power play. As Dubois gets called for holding at 6:33. So 4-on-4 hockey. Not much will probably be done in these next 9 seconds. We'll see. Islanders looking for a shot. Capitals say no. And the Islanders get their man back, and they are on the power play. Capitals looking to kill this one off as quickly as possible. Palmieri, Peugeot, Holmstrom, D'Angelo, and Dobson on the ice for the Islanders, as no clear there. Dobson with it. Passes. Dobson gets it back, goes to shoot, and the Caps will clear with 1:19 to go in the power play. Sorokin drops the puck off at the back of the net. Here come the Islanders. Coming up very slowly to center ice. Horvat joins the crew. Puck going a little bit wide. Puck's in. Nope. Can they clear? Yes, they can. They clear again. 55 seconds left to go in the power play. Horvat comes up, brings the puck out of center ice. And a bit of a miscommunication there. Not quite a clear, but pretty close. They did have to back up. And here come the Islanders, can they get a shot off? Almost. The screen went black there for a second.
Yep.
30 seconds left in the power play. Caps try to clear. Do they? They sure do. That's going to take another 10 seconds off the clock. 18 to go before the Capitals come in the full strength. 4:45 left to go in the second. Here come the Islanders with one last push, trying to put the nail in the coffin early. And Capitals at full strength with one final clear. 4:28 to go in the second. 2-goal lead for the Islanders. Here they come up center ice again. A little bit of a scruff there, but not much. Here come the Caps through center ice. A pass. Sorkin swats the puck away. Here come the Islanders. And will that be enough for icing? No. Caps get to it first. Caps bring it up. Long pass. And that will be considered icing with 3:55 to go. Ovi on the ice again, trying to get this now 2-goal deficit down. Ovechkin, Gretzky, Howe, Yager, and Hull. Most goals overall. 895, 894, Gordie Howe in third. Play continues, and Lindgren swallows up the puck, stopping it at 3:52. And Ovi's going to stay on the ice. More than likely, yes. A lot of people still congratulating because he is mic'd up.
Yep.
If you get to 900, I'll buy you a car. Sure, why not?
Hey.
I'm all about gifts and everything. As we take a TV timeout, let's take a quick break ourselves and show you what's going to be coming up soon on this and all the channels, especially what's going to be coming up for WrestleMania week, which is in only 13 days. Let's take a look.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling.
Youth are gonna die.
Right?
All righty.
Ugh.
3-1 the score, 3:52 to go in the second. Ovi on the bench there.
Just chilling. Back up against the glass, leg up on the sideline there.
I'm good. It's all good.
It's like, I don't have to play anymore today. I
No.
achieved my mission.
Face-off did not go the way the ref wanted, so one gets sent out. And play continues on. Caps looking to try to get this deficit down to 1 before the end of the period. They are attacking, and the puck goes into the neutral zone. Islanders had a small breakaway, but got stopped there. Later on again today, in about 30 minutes, again, the Stars will take on the Wild. The Panthers will take on the Red Wings. Plenty more hockey. Bruins take on the Sabres at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Pacific. President's Trophy race, Jets are at 108. Capitals are a couple points behind on that. Followed by the Stars, the Golden Knights, and the Maple Leafs. Of course, the President's Trophy goes to the team that scores the most points in a season. Kind of like the runner-up prize almost when it comes to the Stanley Cup. Caps take a shot from long distance. Didn't go anywhere. Islanders with the puck behind the net. 3:15 to go in the second. Shoots along on the boards in this neutral ice. Caps with it. Coming back out. And 3 minutes to go. 17-12 being shots on goal for Caps. Have outshot the Islanders, but Islanders are saying, again, this is our game to win. He got his record. It's our turn as the clock hits 2:57. Play has stopped temporarily. Thank you for having a loud bass system out there. All right. Play continues. Caps with the puck. Trying to get to center ice, and they do. Looks like the puck went into the benches on that one. Obi sitting on the bench, waiting for the next shift. Yep. Stars play the Wild, Knights play the Canucks, Blues play the Jets, and Maple Leafs play the Panthers. That'll be on Tuesday. Blues and Jets tomorrow, Knights, Canucks tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern, and just in about half an hour, Stars and the Wild. Of course, the Wild have the last available playoff spot right now. They are looking to hold on to that.
But we will not be bringing you any of that hockey coverage. Stay tuned to the Simply Reliable Studios as we will be doing a watch-along of AEW Dynasty this evening. Coverage for that kicks off at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. We're just here today for the record-breaking goal, which has occurred. Shout out to Alexander Ovechkin. We'll see if he can put up any more numbers in the last 22 minutes of the game here, as we are about 2 minutes left in the second period.
So what's going on with Dynasty today? What's happening with that?
John Moxley versus Swerve Strickland for the title. You've got Mercedes Moné versus I forget who she's fighting now. Oh, Julia Hart. You've got Toni Storm versus Megan Bayne for the women's title. Kicking off the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight. You've got Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe. You got the Death Riders defending the titles against Rated FTR. Lots of good stuff in store. Jericho versus Bandito, title versus Mass.
Oh, wow. I will say this, in the latest stuff with Toni Storm, she's grown on me a little bit there. I mean,
dude, I've been a timeless Toni fan since the shtick started. I'm just bummed that it's going against Megan Bayne tonight, because I think Megan Bayne has to win. There's nothing left for Toni to do. She's pretty much beat everybody on the roster, and Megan Bayne is being presented as an Amazonian goddess. You have her lose, you kill the gimmick right there, dead in the water.
1 minute left to go in the second. Caps trying to chop this deficit in half. And the quick clear and almost a breakaway for the Islanders to try to make it a 3-goal game. At that point, that would be a tough deficit to try to erase.
It would be tough, but not impossible.
Right. Islanders battling close to the net, and it almost trickles in there along the crease. Another shot and goes into the netting with 22.5 left to go. Yeah, Timeless Tony Storm's kind of growing on me a little bit. In fact, she almost broke Renee in that with that one promo with Thunder Rosa. She was trying to hold that in there, and I saw that. I'm like, wow, who is this person that I'm slowly liking? And of course, to get away with what she's been saying in her promos takes what we taught in radio class and just throw it out the window.
Yeah, right.
I know, right? Face-offs 26-21 in favor of the Islanders as the clock runs down to about 15 to go. One last push. Can they get a score and get it closer? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it for the second period. Islanders up 3-1.
There you go.
All right, there you go. Making it official, 3-1. But that one being the most important one, which is what we were set here to do.
Today it was, yes.
For today it was, yes. Thank you, Safet. Yes, that's exactly what I was referencing, yes. The NHL.com bracket challenge. Predict the Stanley Cup playoffs. As soon as all the teams get set, your brackets will lock in on April 22nd.
Stat boy with some bracketology.
Maybe so.
I feel a stream coming up.
Maybe so. You never know. I mean, heck, when I did the Final Four bracket, I mean, I'm very proud that the Vols got to the Elite Eight. I was very happy. I did want them to go all the way. My Final Four was Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, and Michigan. Florida got through to the Natty. That'll be I think that's is that tomorrow night?
What?
The national championship game, Florida versus Houston. I do believe that is tomorrow night. Let me confirm that. Yep. Tomorrow night at 8:50 p.m. on CBS, your championship game, the Gators versus the Cougars. And then in about 2 weeks, and this one I'm definitely wanting to do, it's draft day again. So let's definitely set that one up because we want to get the kickoff for the 2025 NFL season. Let's find out when draft day is. The draft is going to be on April 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern from Green Bay, Wisconsin. So we should set that one up.
I think.
Whose birthday?
I said that's a Thursday, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Of course, the Tennessee
420 is on a Sunday, so yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
The 24th.
Yeah. So.
And that's the NHL or NBA draft?
Football.
Okay. Just want to make sure because I know we did one draft last year. I don't remember which one it was. So.
I think we did. We did the draft. We did the draft lottery for basketball one year, and I think this would be our third NFL draft in about 4 years. I do remember that. Got to see what my residential hometown Tennessee Titans do with the number 1 pick. And there's only one person that I really care about, and that's Dylan Sampson from the Vols. I want him to stay in Tennessee because that would make sense. To put a Vol on the Titans need a lot of work for next season. Absolutely do they need that done. And let's take a look at that's what I want to see, draft order. The Titans get the number 1 pick, followed by the Browns, the Giants, the Patriots, the Panthers, Raiders, and the Jets. Oh, the Panthers get. Oh, that was the Jaguars. I mixed up my cats. I always do that with the Jaguars and the Panthers. So Tony Khan has a. Does he have a? He has a top 5 pick.
I guess.
Don't screw that one up.
Somebody posted on X, Alexander Ovechkin has accomplished a feat that was once considered impossible. Get the entire world to watch a New York Islanders game.
Oh, man. Yeah, because the Rangers dominate New York in hockey. Absolutely. As now the crew there is just praising the grade 8. $8.95. And then I did see a QR code already for the merch. That's probably already out there.
Mm-hmm. Told you it's going to be at like Fans and Lids tomorrow, dude. If you go to the mall on Wednesday, you'll find Capitals $8.95 shit.
I hope so. I hope so indeed. Nothing but love and respect all the way around. All right, so let me quickly get the stats from the second period of this game, even though it was. Let's see what we got here in the box. No, not the box score. We want the stats. There we go. Team stats. That's what we want. Shots on goal so far, 17-13 in favor of the Caps. 18 hits for the Islanders, only 12 for the Caps. And both teams have had 2 penalties called against them. Face-off percentage goes 54-46 in favor of the Islanders. 8 giveaways from each team. Let's see. Power play opportunities, 2 each. Obviously, Ovechkin with the only power play goal, which is going to be played over and over and over again. And there's the interview. He's just all smiles. That's all that matters right now. How does it feel? It feels great. It sounds great.
It doesn't matter how it feels.
Exactly, right. What a moment for hockey. What a moment for my family, myself, this organization, my teammates. But now the work really needs to be done because you're down by 2. What are your emotions right now? I've known you for 20 years, and right before we came on, you put your head down on your gloves. It seems like there's a lot of relief. Yes, no one's going to ask me about when are you going to do it. So it's over right now. We just have to focus on the game, which is true. When you're down by 2 now. So what's next for Alex Ovechkin? You scored $8.95. You've won a Stanley Cup. Where do things go from here? Just enjoy the time. And 5 games left or 6 games left, and the fun part begins. So just have to get ready for that one. Alluding to the playoffs, of course. He has to get ready for the playoffs too. He's won 1 cup. Why not win another one? There's the belly flop sliding into the ice.
See, he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Now that you see it on a replay, you can totally tell that he did that on purpose.
Yep. Then send him to Disneyland too. You just won. You just got the game scoring goal. What's next? Going to Disneyland.
When do they play next?
Carolina.
No, when, not who.
Thursday.
They got time.
Yeah.
Today's Sunday. Take a trip out there. Tuesday, go to the park. Fly in Wednesday for the game. He could do it. Hey, OV, I got a hookup. Holla. It's going to cost you an interview on the channel, though. It's going to cost you an interview on the channel, but I got a hookup.
God, look at that artwork. That is amazing.
Yeah, I still can't believe that is art and not a snapshot. That somebody actually painted that.
Yeah, indeed it is. As we continue on with the crew just reminiscing. And so let's see what else is going on in the world of sports today. Of course, there's the lead story there. Uh, in baseball right now, the Phillies are beating the Dodgers 6-2 in the third at the end of the third inning. Later on today, the Angels play the Guardians. In fact, let's go into the baseball scoreboard. Nationals are defeating the Diamondbacks 4-2 in the bottom of the fourth. The Pirates are beating the Yankees 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals are beating the Red Sox 1-0. Mets are beating the Blue Jays 2-0, and the Padres are beating the Cubs. There is a doubleheader today. I guess it was a game that needed to be finished up on that. So we have our first doubleheader of the season. And later today, who else plays later today? Who gets the Sunday night game? The Sunday night game will be Cardinals and Red Sox, game 2 in the doubleheader. Braves and Marlins are postponed due to rain in the area. And let's go over to the NBA. Let's take a look and see what's going on over there. The Bulls just finished off the Hornets, they're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. 95-81 is the score there. In about 45 minutes, the Raptors will take on the Nets, and the Lakers will take on the Thunder. At 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific, the Jazz will take on the Hawks. The Wizards will take on the Celtics. The Sacramento Kings will take on the Cavaliers. Spurs against Trailblazers. Suns against Knicks. Pacers against Nuggets. Rockets against Warriors. And the Bucks will take on the Pelicans. As far as the standings when it comes into playoff spots in the East, the Eastern Conference is set. All 10 teams are locked in. Your top 6 teams that have clinched and are guaranteed to play in the NBA Finals in order: the Cavaliers, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Pacers, the Bucks, and the Pistons. With the new format, 7 plays 10. That'll be the Magic versus the Heat. Right now, 8 will play 9. That's the Hawks and the Bulls. It's a mini tournament to get the last 2 teams in the East. As far as the West, only 2 teams have locked in, the Thunder and the Rockets. So the remaining teams are currently the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Warriors, and the Timberwolves. So those are your guaranteed teams. Your play-in teams are the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Mavericks, and the Sacramento Kings. The only 2 teams that in the West that have been eliminated are the Pelicans and the Jazz. So we'll see where that goes. And eventually, when we get closer and closer to the NBA Finals, like we did last year, we'll do a watch along for the NBA Finals as well, along with the Stanley Cup playoffs. And then we'll be ready for football again. And,
Definitely. To Cape Rear's question, the 0 hour kicks off at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. So our coverage will probably begin at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific.
And I do think that there's a NASCAR race well, of course, it's Sunday. When else would there not be NASCAR?
Get it in.
There's
no NASCAR race today. This is the race that was televised today. This is the important race. And the race has already been completed. Now we just have the final wraps. Basically, it's the pace car going around in the beginning of the race, but, it's the end of the race.
Indeed. All right. DraftKings putting up the parlay. I think you got shots on goal. I think Strom got an assist. So if you made made a bet on that one, congratulations, you're a winner. I'm surprised I haven't put any bets down because I just can't afford it right now.
Right.
A power play goal is the way it takes place at 8:95. New York Islanders, Washington goal 2-1 #Islanders. That's how the Islanders on X captured that moment. Let me take a quick look. Let's take a look. Let's take another look at X and see. Oh, there we go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if Ovi is trending. I hope he is.
He is. You have to go to sports, but he is.
He did it. Yep, he did. BR Open Ice.
The graphic on the watch along, so people that are searching for it now, it'll be a different graphic than the one that it originally was. This is not the home graphic anymore for the video. That is.
All right, look at that. There it is. Beautiful, wonderful. Barstool Sports, he did it, 895.
As of right now on Walter's channel, you'll still see the old graphic, but that's only because I can't edit it inside of StreamYard once we're already live. He has to do it on his YouTube, and I sent it to him. He just hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah. And he did it one game less. Yeah. Boy, Sam Jackson needs to gain some weight. He looks very skinny there.
I've got a dog food commercial. I don't see Sam Jackson. I don't see a bad motherfucker. I just see some puppies. And now I see a turtle.
All righty. Hey, looks like Walter popped in there. Come on into the studio, Mr. Reliable.
Oh, we're doing it on mine, not his.
Oh,
so I
okay.
have to send him the link. Hold on.
Yeah, bring him in there if he wants to come in. Well, we'll bring everybody.
Send it to Zach if he wants to come in. He's been here in the chat the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, I forgot
I've
to
got
send
no
this.
problem. I've got no problem with him coming in if he wants to talk about it.
I totally forgot. How did I forget about Zach? My bad. He was, well, like I said, he was the one that popped it up in there and was like, hey, we should do a stream. I'm like, oh shit.
Yep. Well, I think he's the one that mentioned that it should happen today, and I said, watch along. And you were like,
Right.
I'm thinking about it. And then you were like, give me a break, guys. I'm at work. Jeez, like let me get home and shit.
Well, hello, Mr. Not Reliable.
Hello. Good
How's
job.
it going, man?
Doing good. Not the biggest hockey person, but look at that. History made, and you guys get to call it.
Exactly. That's the whole reason that we did this, man. Mikey's the sports guy. He had the opportunity for history to be made today. History was achieved. I woke up, threw on my jersey and my hat. The game had already started. I was like, damn, has it already happened yet? Because I wasn't going to come in if it already happened. I saw it was 0-0. I was like, okay, I'll pop in. I'll be here for this. Jeff was here for a little bit, but he had a plumbing issue, so he had to dip. He was here when the moment was achieved.
What period did it happen in?
Second. About halfway through the second.
Oh, good.
We had gone to commercial at 13 minutes in the second, came back from the break, did the puck drop and everything, or picked up play, and it happened like right after that, between 13 and 12 minutes in the second.
Nice. Beautiful.
But New York has been dominating, man. That's the only goal Washington has gotten, is that one goal to break the record. New York's up 3-1. They're like, look, bitches, this is our house. You're not getting the victory. You may get the record being set, but you're not getting the victory here.
Well, if it's their only goal, it's the best goal to get, to be honest.
True. And one of the Islanders is a goal away from a hat trick here tonight, so we could see a hat trick here on the same night that Ovi broke the record.
Wow. Well, I just wanted to pop in and say congratulations on being able to call that. We'll see you later for the AEW stream.
Yes, definitely. I will be there for that.
Great job, Stat Boy. Thanks, JJ.
Yeah, you're welcome, Walter. Thank you for popping in.
No problem.
All right, third period just underway as the Caps try to make this game a little bit more interesting. Islanders with the puck.
They need something, man. They need to pick it up. It's like they were playing with intent and purpose, trying to get Ovi that goal, and now they've just kind of taken their foot off the gas and are coasting. You know, again, they've already locked in their spot for the playoffs. They don't have to push themselves here. They can literally just coast through the remainder of the season, and maybe they'll fluctuate what spot they get, but they are locked in.
Indeed. Caps on goal, but nothing there with that.
The Islanders have to prove they're better than Washington. Washington doesn't have to beat the Islanders there.
Indeed. Caps getting close, but nothing there. The puck trickles away. 18:50 to go. Islanders through center ice and down to their end of the rink. And almost close to the net on that one. But nothing behind the net. Anything happening there? No. Puck on the side. Islanders coming in. A close shot there. Another shot there. Blocked by the pad of Lindgren. Islanders looking to make it a 3-goal game. Also looks like I'm seeing a few empty seats now in the arena. It looks like it's the majority. Oh my, yeah, there are some empty seats now.
Looking like an AEW fucking television show now. But what it is it's all the Washington fans, you know, all the people that aren't New York fans. Like the shit happened and now they're like, okay, we're out of here. History's been made. We saw what we wanted to see.
Yeah. Caps at the blue line, shooting the puck in behind the net, turn around, shoot, and Sorokin covers up at 17:33. And is the grade 8 coming? Nope, he's going to stay on the bench for a little bit longer. All right, play getting ready to start back up to the left. 35th career streak of 4 or more games. All right, here comes the puck down center ice. Caps control, looking. Islanders with a quick takeaway. Getting closer. Stick save by Lindgren on that one. Here come the Caps through center ice. Puck shot in. As the clock winds down to about a 90-mile-per-hour slap shot there by the Capitals. Wow, that was a good one. And we've got 17 minutes left to go. 3 minutes gone by. Islanders with the puck, dancing around the blue line, playing keep away a little bit just to kill some time. Coming up through the neutral zone, sending it in. Lingering out of his crease. Puck coming around behind the net. Caps recover. And sends it around the boards. Islanders intercept. Quick shot. Nothing there. Caps might have numbers if they hurry. Almost out of play, but quite getting closer. Hold on. Ovi shoots. He shot that one, but Dowd blocked that one. He wanted to go for 896 and got blocked. From way out into the back there and up and into the net. Sandin with the shot there. Well, we had a good look at it. Let's see this replay here. Passes it around, shot. Sorokin says no on that one. One more look. A slight tip and off, just barely off the goalie's glove. Game of inches, just like in golf.
Yep.
16:03 left to go. And Ovi is still on the ice. 5 shot on goals for Ovi. Just the one that got in.
Yeah, that line that you made, A Game About Inches, reminds me of a quote from the original Ducks movie. Bombay is telling the story to Charlie about how he missed that big goal. He was like, half an inch, Charlie, half an inch, and it would have gone in. And Charlie's like, yeah, but a half an inch the other direction, and you would have missed completely.
Right.
And he's like, I never thought about it that way.
Yep. 15:39 left to go in the game. As we get another look at this. Lindgren covers up, lost his stick too. Right there in the corner. The stick goes flying, and Lindgren jumps on the grenade to stop play. And then the puck gets loose. And Ovi's on the bench, taking a breather. And it looks like we're going to check the tape to make sure that the puck did not cross the goal line. So we have a replay from the booth, more than likely. We're looking. Nope.
It did not. Oh, wait, right there, because it's on the stick.
It's on his glove, under his glove, really. I mean, he covered it.
Here we go. Here's a good camera shot.
Oh, it was that last second, I think, before the puck came loose. Oh, not like this. Come on. That's the pad. That's where he loses his stick. It looked like he covered it up, and then he's reaching into the goal. Of course, I've got the closed captioning on as well. See, you can't see the puck because he's completely covering it. If you can't see it, you can't call it, but you would just assume that the puck is underneath the pad. Oh, at 15:40 of the third period, the puck completely crossed the line, and the Islanders get a goal. We have a good goal. Ouch. Under review, and it goes towards the Islanders to give them a 3-goal lead. And even the Islanders fans are saying, really? That's a goal? Hey. Right there. It's in his glove, and his glove is over the line. So that counts as a goal, and that now makes it 4-1 New York. Unbelievable. The stick went out of his hand. He tried to cover it up. And I guess covering it up over the line counts as a goal. No. Now we're going to look and now that what are they calling interference now? What is there to challenge now?
Don't know.
They're looking to see if there's any contact with the goalie. And if that's so, then the goal might be reversed. But I don't see any contact that would interfere with stick to goalie maybe, but Well, maybe they'll count that. Because there's the puck on the line. He loses his stick. Peugeot comes in and looks almost. You could almost say like he's almost like he's pushing him into across the line. But we're looking for something. But it's a good goal because play is continued on, and the Islanders now have a 3-goal lead. Well, that's a little bit disappointing, but again, the Islanders are trying to get into that wild card spot. So again, and even the Islander fans were like, "That's a goal, really?"
Yeah. Just about 15 minutes left to go in the game. Islanders up by 3. Definitely looking dismal for Washington at this point. But again, anything is possible.
Indeed. Caps playing it back, waiting for a change. They get it. In this neutral zone, backing up a little bit, coming up through center ice, backing up again. And here they come. Almost looked off sides, but I guess not. Quick. Oh, almost a pass, but it got broken up.
Here they come to save the day.
Indeed. Bit of a shoving match down there with Ingval in there. Let's not fight at this point. The game's too far deep to get a fight in there.
I swear, it seems like Washington is only really playing when Ovi is on the ice. When Ovi is off the ice, they're taking the foot off the gas.
Yeah. Clock runs down to 13:50 with a 3-goal lead. Puck gets sent in. Lindgren sends it back from behind his crease. Nice little poke check there by the Islanders. They turn it around. Are they going to go for 5? A nice shot there, but blocked. Puck drop in 7 minutes for the Stars and the Wild. And will not be on TNT right now. They're moving to one of their sister stations. Hockey League Network will cover that while TNT finishes up with the Islanders and the Caps. Because of that long delay in the second when history was made. 20-year-old Ryan Leonard, drafted by Washington in 2023. Youngster. All right. Caps trying to get back in this game, which still can be done, but they got to really get something going here. No, Islanders are going to say no on that one. Caps go back. Islanders back. Caps going back to get that one. With 13 minutes left to go in the game. And Sorokin will stop the puck on that one at 12:52. And Ovi is on the ice. As Buster
Posey, Sidney Crosby, Martin Brodeur.
All right. And we have a TV timeout, so we'll take a quick timeout ourselves and show you what's coming up along next. Be right back.
And now for a taste of things to come.
All the wrestling.
All the wrestling as the Stars and the Wild are finishing up their warm-up. And now Gretzky's in the booth with everyone. So now we're going to get some live commentary from the Great One as play continues with 12:40 left to go in the game. I was really happy for him. I felt like I scored the goal. Does that make any sense? I know the pressure he was under and the microscope he was under. I went through it myself. I was honestly elated. I thought, oh my gosh, good for you. I talked to him the other night after the game, and I thought maybe he might have been thinking I should do it in Washington. And one of my boys asked me, is that possible? I said, he's so good, he can decide when he wants to score. But you know what I said to the commissioner? Do I get one of those paintings? That's pretty nice. As we're down to 12:16 left to go in the game. I'm curious what the value of all the equipment is going to be. Like if they're going to have it appraised or something.
I don't know.
I mean, he's going to keep the puck probably. I would keep the puck. I wouldn't get rid of it. Play continues with 12:10 left to go. Caps trying to get out of the neutral zone, and they do. Quick around the net. Almost a shot, but nothing taken there. Quick play around the net as well. Islanders trying to clear, but they can't. Now they have control. Back into center ice. Islanders quick turnaround, and nothing happens there. A little bit in the corner between the two of the Islanders and two of the Capitals. Someone lost their stick. And here come the Caps through center ice. Lost control of the puck on that one. And we're down to 11 minutes to go in the game. Quick shot there by the Capitals. Blocked easily. And quick shot there. Blocked again. Rebound. And Sorokin will cover up right in front of the net at 10:46. And it looked, we got a little bit of extracurricular activities going on there. Let them go. Don't let them go. But, I mean, they're not going to do anything. Every time I see that, I still love when Snoop Dogg was in L.A. with when a fight broke out.
Little dude playing on his video game system. He's like, I don't even give a shit about the game. Daddy did his thing. I'm going to play my games.
Yep. Obi's a little bit heated looking at something. I don't know what he's heated at. Sitting on the bench, 10:46 to go. And play continues. 31 years, 11 days was the record.
Damn.
And talking about the youth getting ready to when they play hockey. All right, play continues with 10:33 to go in the game. Islanders looking for maybe a fifth goal. Puck in front of the net, but it gets kicked away. Round and around as the Caps are going to play this one out. Get some work done. Close to the blue line, touches the blue line, almost had to back up. Bit of a one-on-one thing, getting closer, but spinning around. And long shot, but doesn't even get close to the net. Islanders, if they hurry, they could have had a 2-on-1. Instead, they opted not do that. And Capitals hold behind the net with 9:49 to go as Ovi's out on the ice. Ovi sends it out to the blue line. He's looking for something, waiting for a setup. Sends it in. Ovi right by the net. Islanders on a bit of a break here. 3-on-2, shoots. Lingman blocks and almost made it a fifth goal. And Ovi takes off and heads to the bench. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Capitals getting close to the goal again. But nothing there. Somebody lost a stick. Don't know who it belongs to. Everyone's huddled around the puck as the clock winds down to 8:35. Islanders coming out. Crossing in mid ice, and Lindgren is going to cover and stop play at 8:27. Islanders with a bit of a punch there. And looking at a clip from January of 2006. And there's that shot again. Scoring on Boucher as the game goes to a TV timeout. Doesn't look like Zach's going to come in because he hasn't responded to my message, so that's okay. No worries. All right, let's do one more quick check of what's going on. NCAA tomorrow night at 10 minutes to 9 as the Gators take on the Cougars for the 2025 NCAA National Championship. Looking again over in baseball, not much more has happened. Dodgers are down 6-4 against the Phillies. They are still the number one team at 9-1. They and the Padres were the last two undefeated teams. So there's all that. Braves are at the bottom of the barrel doing that one. They're 1-8, so they're not doing so good right now. And again, don't forget, in a little bit about 3 hours, the next watch along comes into play for AEW. Well, I wonder what Noah will think of. Noah will. Oh, there's that Muppet commercial you were talking about. Okay.
I still don't have Muppet commercials. I got a Jersey Mike's commercial.
Interesting. Roger Federer giving his 20 Grand Slam titles. How about that? As Ovi sits on the bench. Roland Garros in Paris on TNT, May 25th. Tennis comes to TNT and Max with just an 8:15 to go before the end of the game. And the Capitals trying to get another one just for pride.
I think at this point the Capitals don't even care, and if they do get one, they want to give another one to Ovi to help kind of buffer.
Yeah, I would agree. 7:48 to go in the game.
I'm still waiting to see if Catacombs or whatever can get the hat trick here tonight.
That would be, yeah.
Still got 7:38 in the game. It's still very much a possibility.
Shoots there. That was number
I would
7.
almost just wait till the empty netter to make that happen, because
Yeah.
Washington's going to pull their goalie here eventually.
Here come the Islanders crossing into the zone. And if the Capitals hurry, they could get back, but no. Broken up there. Puck goes around the glass. Here come the Caps briefly. And 7 minutes left to go in the game. Here come the Islanders crossing into neutral. Crossing the blue line. Quick shot. 23 shots for the Capitals, 20 for the Islanders. How many times have we seen where one team outshoots the other, but doesn't win the game?
All the time.
All the
It's
time.
not how many shots you take, it's how on point your shots are.
Exactly.
The Islanders could have only put up 8 shots at this point, but they have 4 goals. That means they're scoring on half of their shots taken. They're 1 in 5 right now for their shots. That's pretty good.
Sorokin plays wall and stops the puck at 6:07. Looked like Radish got a piece of that one, and they're trying to get in there to just make the game a little more interesting. Let me bring up the standings real quick, and let's see what this is going to do for the Islanders. As we scroll down here.
Face-off dropped. Capitals trying to do something with it in the Islander zone. Sent out to center ice.
With 5:55 left to go. This win, if the game stays the way it does, the Islanders will jump over the Blue Jackets, putting them at 78. Let me get the wild card spot real quick. That's what I really want to see. Whoa, they'll jump over the Blue Jackets and the Red Wings. It'll put them at 78. The Rangers will be at 79. So it will get them within 5 points of the Canadiens. .535 left to go in the game. Islanders looking for a 5th goal. Here come the Caps. Briefly backed up. We got a small breakaway here. Shoots. And another block. And we are almost to the final 5. Right about now. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Gatcombe with 2, Horvat with a goal, and Peugeot with a goal, which just didn't even look like a goal, but Lindgren just swept the puck in, covered it up, and thought he could get away with it. Fortunately, it just didn't happen. 4:35 to go in this record-breaking game.
Yep.
And Caps behind. Here they come. Quick poke check there. Islanders getting close again. Almost got, he was a little bit off, but it just didn't come in. Quick little in the corner. Out to the point, a shot. 95 miles an hour for a slap shot. 4 minutes left to go as the puck goes down, and that will be icing at 3:58. Dallas has already scored now against the Wild. Stars are up 1-0. Teams are lining up. Ovi's not on the ice. Oh, calm down. Puck is dropped. Play is back on. Puck sent around the wall. Intercepted by the Caps. Caps coming up really quick. Islanders pick it back off. Getting closer, but nothing there. Turning around. Let's play past the puck. Shoots one in. Doesn't get any. Gets close, but doesn't get in. Caps across into center ice and into the zone. Sorokin pokes the puck away. 3:20 left to go in the game. Getting closer and closer to the end. 3:10 left to go. I don't even think the Caps are even going to pull their goalie at this point. I think they're just going to play it out. No need, really. 3:07 as the clock stops. And we get the face-off to the right of Sorokin in the Islander zone. And they send it down. Caps intercept. 3 minutes to go. Islanders coming back up. And it's just going to be, are they still wanting to get that fifth goal?
Oh, yeah, he still wants the hat trick.
And to the back of the blue line. Still fighting. Caps with the puck at 2:28. Slowly make their way into the neutral zone. Past center ice. Shoots the puck in. Not much there. Here come the Islanders. Sends one in. Way up top. Lindgren lost it there for a second. And he lost it in the lights. Didn't know where it went. 2 minutes left to go in the game. The Islanders get closer and closer to finishing off the Caps. 150. Caps coming around for a wraparound. In the corner, looking. Quick shot in. And Sorokin covers up and jumps on the grenade. Covers up with 1:38 left to go. Like, yeah, I did that. Nice little sweep around. Bit of a deflection on that one. And Dylan Strome could not clean up the mess. Ovi was right there as well, too, but just he took a poke at it, but it just didn't happen, and Sorokin jumps on the grenade to stop the play. 1:38, 98 seconds left. Here come the Islanders through center ice. Lindgren pass gets out of his crease, sends the puck up. 1:20 to go. Caps and Islanders just pass the puck around. Long pass intercepted there. It looked like someone almost got tripped up. At the back of the blue line, sends it in. And that's going to clear it. 1 minute to go in the game. And the clock winds down. Behind the net, we're just going to hold up there for a quick second. Puck comes out. 40 seconds left to go. Winnipeg at 108. Capitals at 107 for the President's Trophy. But they want the cup. They don't want the President's Trophy. They want the cup. 26 seconds left to go. And that's pretty much going to put the end of it. Caps coming up one final time as the clock hits 15. The fans start to stand up as the last 5 seconds come on. 3, 2, and 1. And that's going to do it by a final score of 4-1. And the one being the record-setting goal. The Islanders kind of play spoiler a little bit as Ovechkin walks off the ice and the Islanders celebrate. More than likely, he'll be named
the star of the
star probably of the game. But if TNT is ending their coverage right now, so
I don't know, man. I think Gatticombs should get it. He had the 2 goals.
Yeah. Indeed.
And he may have had an assist on one of the other 2. I'm not sure. I mean, granted, the 1 goal was the important goal, but if you're really just talking about gameplay, I think Gatticombs deserves it.
Indeed. And TNT has now gone over to the Stars in the Wild. And that's going to end it for this watch along. It's been a great 3.5 hours. History has been made. We have a new guy on top. And we'll see where it goes from there as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. That's going to also put the Islanders above the Blue Jackets in the standings. What a day. What a game. Congrats to Alex Ovechkin. You can't get any better than that as we go to the final push.
Yep. Once again, as Statboy mentioned a couple times here, make sure you tune in for our coverage of AEW Dynasty. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. We'll be kicking that off, getting our thoughts in ahead of the 0 hour. Not 100 positive. We might just start when the 0 hour does at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Need to coordinate that with the team, but we will be live tonight for Dynasty, covering the 0 hour and the pay-per-view. Make sure you go back in the archives and check out the interview with La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. So gracious of her time. We were originally only going to get her for 15, 20 minutes, did almost a half hour with her. So go check that out. And make sure you follow her on socials at Tiffany Nieves _. That's about it for my end of things, Statboy. When did you say you'll be back for sure?
For sure. The NFL draft on April 24th.
And that's a Thursday. What time?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. That'll be a guarantee for certain because that'll be draft day. We'll see where all the teams go. First round coverage only because the draft is a long thing. So we'll only do the first round of that, and that's pretty much it. So a record-setting day. I need to go out and finish driving. I need to go pick up my car and continue my normal work. It's been a great day. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Watch this guy. You got a 3-hour break. So you got plenty of time to grab lunch and then watch wrestling. It's been a great day. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. Let's put the graphic up. There's a new guy in town. Statboy and Renegade out.